What's going on, people? We're just getting started here, guys. We are just getting started. How's everybody doing today? We are pulling up on a Friday afternoon. We're starting a little bit early. Hope everybody's doing well. We're about to get this party started in a few moments, guys. Give me 1 second here. Hope everybody's doing fine. You know, we're starting earlier than normal. I got a couple of things I gotta do. I wanted to do this later, but we'll be in the game in a second. Alrighty, guys, give me 1 second. We'll let notifications go out. Hopefully they're working. I doubt it. What's going on, people? It's that dude named Dave, and I'm back with TD&D Live. It is Friday. Y'all see the title. Y'all see the thumbnail. I got a couple of things on my mind right now. We gonna get into it, discuss it, because your kid is going through the things right now. Who are the Democrats blame for this debacle? Oh, man, it's going down, guys. I don't know who's going to show up today. I gained a lot of subscribers, but apparently I lost a lot of subscribers. You know, guys, as we getting started here, I want to let y'all know the kid is getting threatened. That's right. Your boy is getting death threats in the game here, man. Any kind of ironic that as soon as, you know, the ideology changed, people have been rocking with me for years on YouTube. People have been saying, yo, you the people's Dave. Yo, Dave, we rock with you. We appreciate everything you do. We like your commentary. And as soon as they hear that I either voted for the couch or for Trump, they are wishing death on the kids, y'all. They are hoping that me and mine have an untimely demise. They're hoping I lose my job. They're calling me sellouts. They're calling me coons. Oh my God, it's getting real in the streets here, guys. It's getting real. But you know what, though? Before we get started on that here, let's get all the basic stuff out the way, and we're gonna get this party started. Now, as I get started here, I was prepared to do another marathon live stream, right? But I want to state this for the beginning of the live stream here so people can understand what's going on. I was prepared for like a 4 or 5 hour stream on a Friday. That's why I wanted to come on early today, right? But I got some bad news. You know, thank you, Thomas, for dropping the one. You can hear me. Thank you. I didn't do it. I'm going to get to all the early stuff, but I want to say this early for the live stream to get it out the way here because I'm feeling a little melancholy today, guys. A little melancholy today because one of my oldest friends had reached out to me today, you know? Shout out to my man Loxley in the building. Well, he's not in the building. I don't know if he's here watching, but shout out to my man Loxley. I've known him and his family for north of 40 years. Him and my other friend Jacob are like two of the oldest people I've known in his life because I'm 44 going on 45 years old. I have known them basically my whole life. And my man Loxley had called me up today. He said he'd been looking for my number. Like he had several numbers and didn't know what the right number was. Been trying to get to me for like weeks, basically. And I finally talked to him like a few hours ago. And unfortunately, he told me the sad news that his mother had passed away, Mrs. Curry. And that hurts me because I've known the family almost my entire life. I actually saw them last year at a birthday party, you know, and they seemed to be, you know, the family was doing well. And the ironic thing is that his mother passed away on the exact same day as my father. My dad passed away on October 23rd, and then his mom passed away on October 23rd. And when she passed away, it was the 5-year anniversary of my dad's passing here, you know? So when we were on the phone talking, we were reminiscing and things of that nature. It was kind of cool to talk to him because, like I said, I've known this man for north of 40 years. And the things that he knows about me and I know about him, only we know. So we was able to go back and forth and kind of laugh and kind of reminisce. But, you know, like, matter of fact, you know, his mom and his father showed up to the funeral when my dad passed away. So there's going to be like wake services tonight and then like the funerals tomorrow. So I'm not going to do a marathon stream today. I'm going to do maybe a couple hours depending on how I'm feeling. And then I'm you know, close down shop and then head down to see my peoples, you know, for the situation here tonight, you know, because they were there for my family when my pops passed away. We've known them for years. When I say neighbors, right, we were literally a house apart. We played every day, whether it was basketball, baseball, football. We went to elementary school, middle school, high school together. You know, as we get older, older, you know, we get families and we get separated, but the lucky thing is that we have contact numbers. We're able to, you know, contact each other and kind of pull back again. So I want to do RIP 10 count for Mrs. Creary. She was a damn good woman. She was a good wife to Mr. Creary. She was a good mother to her 2 kids. Of course, my man Loxley, and he has an older sister. So let me just give a silent 10 count to my brother Loxley and to his mother who just passed away. So let me start the 10 count. I'm gonna start the 10 count right now. Rest in peace, Miss Creary. Man, just so many deaths going on here, you know, and I'm still gonna give y'all a show. I just want to make sure that I got that in the beginning and got out the way because, you know, as us men, we don't say it enough. And I'm glad he told me too. After we got off the phone, he's like, "Hey, Davey, man, I love you. I love you too, man." Because you never know when the last time you see somebody. You never know when the last time they not only see or talk to somebody. You hear their voice when they're actually here on this physical plane here, you know? And, you know, one thing that you guys have been following me, who rock with me, knowing that life is short and it just seems like it's just one situation after another. And I just want to say this to everybody out there. If there is somebody that you're close to, that you really care about, you love, and people are older in age, make sure going forward after today that after you have a conversation with them, tell them that you love them. Tell them that you're thinking about them. Tell them that you know your heart and your emotion, your feelings is with them and theirs as well, you know? Because like I said, you never know when it's the last time. Because after talking to him, I literally had a flashback of the very, very last conversation I had with my dad. You know what I mean? So when you think about those moments, cherish these moments, people, because we never know when we're taking our last breaths. We never know when we see the people that we love, and that's the last time we see them, whether we're walking out the door to go to work, whether we're getting some groceries, whether we're going to get something to eat the dinner, we're going out to hang out with our boys or our girls, whatever the circumstances are. Just make sure you tell the people that you rock with them, you love them, and things of that nature, so you don't have any regrets if the worst happens or we never talk to each other ever again. So I just want to send a shout out to my man Loxley, man, and his family, the Crearys. All right, guys, I wanted to make sure that I did that in the beginning. So I'm going to try to get the energy up. So here we go here. Shout out to everybody in the building. I'm that dude named Dave. It's TDND live here, right? And before we get started, I'm an independent black content creator. So I need you guys to show y'all love in the way I know y'all to show love possible here. I need you guys to like, comment, subscribe, and click on the bell notification below. We got super chats, super thanks, super stickers, as well as the ticker with the Cash App $, that dude named Dave. Every dollar goes a long way because we got to keep the lights on, baby. We got to keep the lights on and keep it going because if y'all don't help the kid and then if I go under, then y'all know what's up. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to talk about a whole bunch of jankiness now. You know, the Democrats, the liberals, with Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, it's all hitting the shit-stained fan here, guys. You know, we got people scared, running, talking about, oh, you gonna go back to slavery. You gonna lose your jobs. I hope the worst of you and yours happen to you. You are ignorant. You are dumb. You are stupid. I'm like, wow. I did not know how much of vitriol that the liberals have when they lose. Talk about some goddamn sore loser ass sports. Right? I'm telling y'all, I literally, the Democrats are moving the same way that I used to think that Republicans would move here. They are deranged. They are crazy. Just because they didn't get their way in the election, they're trying to tell people like me that I'm scum of the earth now, that I shouldn't be breathing right now, that my daughter would be better without a father. Oh my God, this is wild, guys. What the hell are we doing here? We're going to talk about this today, guys, and we're going to talk about the tether class, because all this fear-mongering going on, black people, my black men, my black women out there. And when I say black, I'm talking to my FBA brothers and sisters, whether you want to claim FBA or not. Because if you are part of the lineage of your family creating this country, the foundation, when we talk about FBA, foundational black Americans, right? When I talk about that, I was born here. My mother and father born in Mississippi and in Kentucky. My grandparents were born in Mississippi and Kentucky. My great-grandparents was the first group in my side of the family that was born out of slavery. My great-grandparents were actually born into slavery and came out of slavery. So when we talk about FBA people, we're talking about the people, the lineage, people who came out of slavery, who built this country, who grew this country up here, who made the way it is here. We were born here, not the tether class, not the people who fled from their countries here. And now they're here and they're worried about getting their asses kicked out of the country. They're worried because they're not here legally, or they don't got their paperwork right, or you may have came in here legally, but you ain't followed all the instructions and rules to become a naturalized, legalized American here. We ain't talking about me here and my peoples. We talking about y'all fear-mongering us here, because you know something, guys? Us FBA brothers and sisters, we ain't got nothing to worry about. White supremacy's been trying to get rid of us since they brought us into this country. They keep telling fear-mongering us here, and we still here. We never fled. We never tethered. We've been here building this country up to the point where that our culture is American culture. Our culture drives the influence, whether you see from our entertainers, our singers, musicians, the way that we have hold so many patents as FBA Black American brothers and sisters who have created so many inventions that drive not only this country, but the entire goddamn world here. So you want to know something, guys? I ain't worried about that, but we going to get into it today, guys. I want to have some more conversations. We're going to react to a couple of videos regarding the tether class. We're going to talk about a few things that Donald Trump said, and also we're gonna show a few videos of how people are crashing out. Right? So let me get to the top of the chat. Let's do this here. TD&D roll call. City, state, zip, area code. Rep where you from? You know me, Chicagoland suburb 630. Stand up here. Whether you watching this live and you're in the live chat, or you are ninja watching, or you are part of the replay gang here, you can put that in the live chat or put that in the comment section. I want to know where y'all at here, because Chicago, we are getting it and we are feeling it here. Let me scroll up to the top of the chat and we're going to get it going here, man. Let's see here. Shout out to my man MOP trying to get to 1,000 here. Got to keep grinding, MOP. You got to be consistent. Hey, MOP, I know you've been dropping this. Let me give you some game here, brother. You need to be consistent in your shorts and videos, and you need to talk about current events, okay? Whatever the current events is going, you need to niche down. If I give anybody any kind of information on their YouTube journey to get to 1,000 subscribers, get to the 4,000 watch hours so you can get a monetized channel, so you can make a few pennies, so it seems like you're not wasting your time on the app here, here's what you need to do. You need to niche down. You need to figure out what is your best subject matter and talk on that and be consistently on that. Whether we're talking about pop culture, politics, the black diaspora, relationships, whatever you're trying to do with your shorts and videos, brother, just hit it and just go in. The algorithm will work for you if you give the algorithm something to work for. You know what I'm saying, brother? You post every time here, so I just want to give you a little bit of tips here that whatever you feel that is a stronghold for a niche that you feel comfortable on, you need to start dropping that content. That's the way you would get to a monetized channel, and then you can get this money. Salute to you, MOP. You know, he's like, I can't blame Moist Watkins for this. Nah, you can't, man. Moist is trying to be pro-black right now. If you seen we call him Moist Watkins over here, but it's Boyce Watkins, right? I don't follow his channel. It's kind of hard looking at his dusty setup here, right? It's kind of crazy how he has north of 6 figures of subscribers and things of that nature. And the things that I am displaying for my setup here, as I'm growing as a small YouTuber, I put more money invested into my setup than he is here, you know? But if you follow him on Twitter, which I don't, he just happened to come on my algorithm, he's going ham on the situation here. So he's trying to be pro right now. He's trying to be FBA right now. He's not caping for the Banshee women. So, we'll see what's going on. What's going on, Grits and Bacon? Good to see you, man. Pooh, man, thank you for that. Drop the Cash App. You see the ticker right now. I'm going to take the ticker off the screen, but if anybody is interested in Cash App support, it's also in the description box below. $ that dude named Dave. Follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna start getting my Twitter popping here, man. I need to get that going here, man. Yeah. And also too, to support the channel, become a member. Go ahead when you click on that $, and you also gotta be on your desktop too, to be a part of the member, to get your badge and show your support as being part of the official AIC. So if you want to be a member, you need to be on your desktop to sign up for the monthly crew here, and then you'll be part of the team here. What's going on, Thomas? Good to see you. Got Thomas in the building. Chucky says, Dave, it's Friday. Damn it. Yeah, I'm here, Chucky. How you living, Chucky? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Good to see you. He's saying, death threat or death treat? No, death threats. No, I'm getting threats. I've been getting threats. I've been getting threats, and I have been getting disrespected, and I've been called out my name. And the ironic thing is, it's not from people who are brand new. It's people who are claiming, it's more than one person, because if someone's actually ninja watching, it's more than one person he's actually emailed me or been in the comment section claiming that they've been a subscriber and supported me for a long time, but if I voted for Trump, I'm a goddamn fool. That's what they're telling me. I'm a fool. But for almost 3 years, oh, Dave, man, you dropping knowledge. You dropping these skills. You funny as hell. Man, I rock with you. I flow with you, Dave. And all of a sudden, I say something you don't like. Oh, I'm a fool now. It shows me how janky y'all are, if y'all feel that way. Because y'all the ones that cannot accept the fact that someone has a different form of politics as you. And I just want to say this before I move up to the rest of the comments here, Chucky. Every one of my people's friends, associates who were Republicans, who I've known for 10, 15, 20 years, they have not once disrespected me or called me out my name whenever we would get into spirited debates or conversations regarding politics when I was leaning left and they were leaning right. We would go back and forth with whoever I knew, and then when it was all said and done, they knew that I was a reasonable person. It's like, yeah, this is my politics, that's your politics, but at the end of the day, me and you are best friends. This is our little debate, our little spar, but then when we're done with this, we back to being homeboys again. All of my GOP friends have been like that. And now that I've turned the opposite now, and then when I talk to my GOP friends, you know what they told me? Hey, Dave, man, I knew he was going to come on home. You knew he was going to come on home, Dave. We was waiting for you, Dave. They literally told me that. He was like, Dave, I knew it. They was like, Dave, come on, man. I just knew by the way you talked, the way you speak, and what you believed and everything like that. I knew that you was caught up in the fugazi. So welcome, man. Come on home, brother. They gave me a welcome hug. They was like, it's all good, Dave. You know, all of them even told me, Dave, you know I never cursed you out, right? I said, you're right. They was like, Dave, have I ever disrespected you? I said, no, you haven't. He said, did I ever called you a lunacy, all other words? I said, no, you haven't. But you know what's ironic, though? As soon as the opposite happens now, every single one of people who rock with me, even some family or Democratic friends, they looking at me saying, Dave, we're going to pray for you. It's like, what? We going to pray for me? Wait, you acting like you knew that I'm a smart individual. You know I'm on my P's and Q's. So if I'm moving a certain type of way, why are you praying for me? You think you acting like I'm Tekashi 6ix9ine and I just got arrested for meth. Y'all acting like I'm on meth right now. You know, so nah, ain't no praying for me. How about y'all be some reasonable human beings? Right? Instead of acting like some crazy maniacs. Because that's what we're seeing here right now, Chucky. And also one thing too, let me say before I get to the rest of the chat. We are clearly seeing from the YouTube sector who is a Democrat and who's a Republican as far as a content creator perspective is, because some of my favorite content creators either dropping videos or live streams, I haven't seen them drop no content since Tuesday. Like, they just literally fell off the fucking map. Like, I can understand you upset how the election went, but to not make no content, to walk away and just be like, I'm done for like a whole goddamn week. Oh my God. You know, I get it, you a little sick, but man, it's politics, man. We gonna live another day. Trump was in office for 4 years. We still here, baby, so don't worry about it. Matter of fact, as soon as it's official that Trump won, Bitcoin went to the roof. The market is skyrocketing. Hey, man, it's not as bad as what y'all think it is. We've had elections every 4 years. We gonna keep living. Thank you, Chucky. Thank you for that one, Thomas. Appreciate you. Hey, what's going on, Derek? Appreciate you, man. You've been one of my homies since day one. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate it. Hence, the black word tonight. I feel you, Dave. Yeah, I decided to put the black turtleneck on today. Yeah. I'm feeling the melancholy today. Yeah, so that's why I'm wearing black today. Yeah. Thank you, JD. What's going on, brother? Appreciate that. Brother from another. And JD, we've been texting. Me and JD don't have the same politics, but he's still my homeboy. Right? Because JD knows my heart and he knows my character. And the one thing that JD knows that is no lie, because JD, you can probably test this that. If you know you needed something or if you needed help with anything, the people close to me knows I got their back. I will help them, whatever the case may be. Just because that my ideology and politics and the way that I govern my household is that the same way as yours doesn't mean that something's wrong with me. Salute to JD in the building. Thank you, Clifton. Appreciate you. He said, Treaty said, so true. You know, I've never been shy to tell my guys I love them. Exactly. Me and JD told each other that too. I told JD I loved him, and he told me he's loved me, man. And it's not no gay rainbow trip. It's the fact that when you have close people around you, you got to let people know how you feel about them because you never know it's the last. Exactly, JD. Love you too, brother. Real talk, man. Let's see here. Chucky said, Jeremy, you not alone. It's tough. Yeah, hey, Chucky, you are not alone like Michael Jackson? You are not alone. I am here with you. Oh, you're far away. I am here to stay. Hey, shout out to Michael Jackson, rest in peace. And I did that on purpose because shout out to Janet Jackson. Janet Jackson stood on business. Janet Jackson, our FBA sister, born and raised in Gary, Indiana, to FBA parents and Joe and Catherine Jackson, right, stood on business. Janet Jackson said that Kamala Harris was not black. She even said that I'm not voting for Kamala Harris, and I don't agree with her policies. And you want to know something? All the other black entertainers had the audacity to come for our sister Janet and to back Kamala Harris. Kamala who? Wait, Curry Queen Kamala? Hold on. The cosplaying Curry Queen Kamala? Hold on. The woman who finally came out on Club Shay Shay when he kept talking about she's black this and she's black that. When she finally came out, she didn't say the exact words that she wasn't black, but you know what she said? I am my people who are around me is black by love and not by blood. Yes. That Kamala Harris. So shout out to Janet Jackson, our black sister, standing on business, and even someone who worked for her tried to come out and say she apologized. She didn't say that. Janet and her team came out and fired that dude. Said, no, that person fired, and Janet meant everything that she said. Kamala's not black, and I'm a black American. I'm not supporting her. So shout out to Janet Jackson because things are Asian bad now. All the black folks who were shilling for Kamala and dogging a true black entertainer, and then we see Janet sitting on business here. Janet got her residency in Vegas at Resorts World. She about to be making a gang of money, so Janet stood on business. Shout out to Janet Jackson, man. Let's scroll down here. Chucky says, Pooh, what's good with you? That's what's up. Shout out to my man Derek in the building, dropping the first super of the day. What's going on, brother? Hey, guys, before we get started, I love it when you make the chat turn colors. He coming in with the first holla, and like I said before I announced it to you, Derek, we got super chat, super thanks, super stickers, as well as the Cash App ticker you see there. Keep this channel going, keep the lights on, because we an independent black content creator. He's saying, now I feel awful. I was going to say I don't like you anymore, Dave, because of last night's game. I wanted to be so wrong, I was praying about it. Hey, come on, man. I'll tell you something. Me and Derek been going back and forth. Hey, Derek. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Right back at you with the first super of the night. Come on, guys. Show y'all support and love for the super game. Thank you, Derek. See, Derek is born, I don't say born and bred, but he's diehard Ohio, right? Especially with the sports teams. Like, he's rocking for the Cleveland Browns, but more importantly, he's a Cincinnati Bengals fan, right? And I keep telling him, hey, man, the Bengals don't love you, brother. The Bengals don't love you just like Kamala don't like black men. And so he's having a hard time this year. Y'all had that 1 year with Joe Burrow, go to the Super Bowl, and it's been downhill since, man. Hey, brother, get off the narcotic. I got off the Chicago Bears narcotic. I can be a football fan and not be on the narcotic, man. So come on home, Derek. Just come on home. You know I'm right. Derek, you know I'm right. All right, man. Appreciate you. Let me just get down to the chat here. Thomas says, we thought the 2020 Capitol riots was bad. The demos and the followers are worse. That's right, Thomas. Yeah, we were talking about the crazy radical right who are racist as hell storming the Capitol. But what happens when you got black, white men and women attacking their own and saying that they wish the worst on us here? They were just trying to get to the Capitol. We got people turning on each other right now. Let's go. Lord have mercy. He says, yup, I heard already, says Derek. Yeah. Parents born in Detroit. What you saying here, Pooh Man? He said parents born in Detroit and great-grandparents Florida and Kentucky. Shout out to Kentucky, Pooh Man. Yo, people's around my peoples there in Kentucky then. Yeah, that's what we talking about. East side of Detroit. Shout out to you, man. Thomas in Dorchester, Matt 617. That's what's up. JD in the building from Rock Island, Illinois, not Iowa. That's a running joke, kid. So I always tell JD, since I know this dude, I was like, yo, how's Iowa doing? He's like, Dave, I don't live in Iowa. He used to get mad at me. He's like, it's JD. He's like, Dave, I'm going to whoop your ass if you keep telling me I live in Ohio. I'm still in Illinois. Rock Island, stand up. And then I let it fly for a little bit. Then I won't say nothing. Then I'm like, hey, yo, JD, how's Iowa doing? Then JD's like, Dave. He turned to the Incredible Hulk on me. I'm going to whoop your ass next time I see you, Dave. Shout out to Rock Island, JD. Good to see you, man. Cincinnati, Ohio, representing for Derek. Yeah. Let's see here. What's going? Dank in the building. Hey, how you living, Dank? Florida, stand up, man. Good to see you. Chucky in the London, UK. What's going on, man? You said you followed me on X. I got to get my X popping, man. It's sleepy. You know, if you guys noticed, though, since November started, I'm back into the YouTube game now. We've been slow for months this year here, but if you see me dropping videos, the shorts, we back in our live stream schedule. So I'm back on the YouTube grind. We're going to hit heavy on Twitter. We about to hit up these other platforms now because we've been sleepy for too long. Thank you, Dank. I appreciate you. Moonlight in the building. What's going on, girl? The funny thing is Biden looked way too happy. I bet you voted Trump to spite Kamala. Yeah. They said they closed down Cash App in the UK. They did, Chucky? Oh, wow. Oh, man. T. Orlando in the building. Dave done sold out. Hey, can I do my sellout routine? Can I tap dance? Call me Bojangles. Oh, I'm sold out. Yeah, I'm all sold out. They unhinged, Moonlight. You got that right, girl. Yeah, said, was in the States, but I take my black ass back before the elections, Dave. What? Pause for what? What's pause for, T. Orlando? What I miss here? I'm catching up the chat here. What's the pause for? Oh, you ninjas love each other, need to get a room. Stop it, T. Orlando. You came in late, man. I'm talking about this. That was going on. I don't know if you heard it. My best friend's mother passed away. So that's why I'm not going to do a long marathon stream today because I'm going to be with my guys, to see them tonight. I've known them for 40 years. So that's what the love talk is coming about, T. Orlando. So I'm not going to, I understand the trolling that you are, but I got to keep it a buck here. You know what I'm saying? We talking about something real here. You know what I mean? So, yeah, my people's passed away, and I'm going to a funeral later on tonight. Said, always love, bro. Always got you and your family, too, until you start singing. Oh, no. I'm going to keep singing, JD. I'm going to keep singing because it's my channel. It's my house, and I live here. Boom, 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 boom. It's my house. And I live here. Shout out to Diana Ross. Yeah, you gonna get these melodies, man. So calm down, JD. Yeah, let's scroll down, see what's in the chat here. Said B-dubs are super mad. Yeah, they are. The chameleon Kamala. Exactly, man. Chucky says Janet Jackson is an old fine wine who knows who's black and not. She ain't from the generation, of course. She say she is damn right. Yeah, man. Janet came on, and here's another thing too. Reason why Janet Jackson came at Kamala Harris and then supported Trump. Because I don't know if you've seen I wish I pulled it up. I should have thought about this, and I was thinking about her. But during the time over 20 years ago when Michael was going through his court case in California, now Kamala Harris, who was in California and was the DA at the time, she may not have prosecuted the case, but she was front and center in the news, and she was giving public support to the people who was trying the case against Michael Jackson. And Janet came out and basically said, Donald Trump support us from Jump Street. even Donald Trump even came out saying, Michael is not this way at all. I had Michael at my hotel and at my house. Michael's been around my kids, and I got nothing ill will to say about Michael Jackson. Donald Trump supported MJ, gave him refuge, and was supporting him behind the scenes, and Janet Jackson acknowledged that there. And we got all these Democrats shill buck dancing Negroes when a clown a black woman who for supporting a non-black woman when you're talking about the racist Donald Trump who was supporting Michael Jackson and Janet Jackson. I find it ironic that we got blacks supporting a person who claimed to be black who's not black, and then the racist was supporting black people, and then y'all want to dog the black person for getting mad at the white man for supporting him in a court case trial when the man was innocent. Make it make sense, people. Make it make sense. But Janet stood on business. So Kamala, take that smoke pack. Yeah. I'm going to start using Curry Queen. Is that a strand of weed, T. Orlando? Is Rock Island part of the Quad? Isn't that part of the Quad Cities, JD? I think so, right? What's going on, Almond? Good to see you. All right, what's going on? North Carolina house. What's going on, William? Good to see you. Yeah, let's see here. Scrolling down. Whoops. Sorry. StreamYard's acting a little funky here. Here you guys use PayPal. Okay, there's PayPal going on. He says, Kamala would have won if MJ was alive. That if MJ endorsed her. You think MJ's going to endorse that? No, that's ignorant. No. I'm for my friend Donald Trump. No, Kamala ignorant. No, just because she got my skin tone don't mean that she's me. No, that's ignorant. Right, Thomas. Meanwhile, Biden is a racist. Exactly, man. Biden's a racist. Hey, give me 1 second, guys. I got to do something over here real fast. I got to adjust my laptop over here. Give me 1 second. 1 second. All right, guys. Your boy's back. Had to make one quick change over here. All right, let's get back going here. I see Pooh Man back in the building. What's going on, Pinball? I see Pinball just rolled into the chat here. We're getting started here. You know, no cat, man. The cat's upstairs. The cat upstairs. No. Nothing going on with the cat. What's going on, Pinball? Good to see you. You know, you saying Dave kicking up the cat here. I almost lost. Hey, Chucky, it's been a while. I almost lost my cat last week. Yeah, my cat, my lady opened up the window at night, because she was hot and everything. And then next thing you know, the cat went out the window like at 3 a.m. And then Kayla, Dave, Bella ran out the window. And I had to go outside at 3 a.m. to get my damn cat, man. I was like, Lord have mercy. Don't open this damn window in the middle of the night like this. You know cats are. That's cat TV. Lord have mercy. That cat's so damn... I'm not getting into that right now. Shout out to you, Chucky. Dank said, Kamala helped bring charges against Michael Jackson. That's why Janet doesn't like Kamala. Exactly, Dank. I was just talking about that. Appreciate that, man. She was supporting the DAs who were front and center on that case. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what we're going on here. Let me take the banner off here and let's get this party started, guys. Excuse me. All right, guys, let's get this party started. I don't know if people's going to show up here because we're doing this early on a Friday, and I want to state this for the record here. Fridays historically is not my highest, day as far as people showing up because people got things to do. It's the weekend, ready to sing, hit up the party scene. I was listening. No, let me stop. I'm about to do Aaliyah's back and forth. Back, forth and forth, the back and forth. No. But, Fridays historically is never a good live stream day for me. But we're going to pull up anyway because we want to talk about this. I want to get it going here, So let me see here. Is it, the cat went flying like mine did? Yeah, Chucky. Yeah, but the thing about she didn't run, though. She jumped out the window. And by the time I got my bearings together, put some clothes on, went outside, it was like 10 minutes later. And I literally said to myself, this cat's gone. It's 3 a.m. in my neighborhood and I ain't got no fence. Man, cats be sneaking out my neighbors' houses all the time and they be seeing signs of missing cats. So the first thing that came in my head was, oh, this cat's damn gone. Damn this cat. But luckily enough, though, she was so shook that when I went outside to the backyard, it was cold as hell. It was like 25 degrees outside. So she realized she wasn't built for the streets. You know what I'm saying? She ain't built for the street life, So I went up there and she was like, shivering her ass off. I said, get your ass up here. And then I got her in the house. Yeah, my cat ain't built for the streets, man. That's why I said the streets don't love nobody. The streets don't love nobody. The streets don't love you. And my cat learned that the hard way. Anyways, man, enough about my cat here. William said the fact that Diddy's fixer is the same dude as Michael Jackson disturbs me. What are you talking about? Diddy's fixer and same as Michael Jackson. What are you talking about? That's kind of left field there. But anyways, let's get to the conversation here, guys. Like I said, support the channel through the supers and the Cash App. Let's get this party going here. All right. Donald Trump's the president. Well, not officially yet because he got to get sworn in January. And we're seeing people crash out. They are losing their goddamn minds, right? And what we're hearing is fear-mongering. What we're hearing is the woe is us, that the end of the world's gonna happen. Hey, for the women out there, like Almanize and anybody else ninja watching right now, I had no idea that after Tuesday that all these women have lost their rights. Wait a minute. Wait, how is it that I am hearing so many women talking about, oh, we're in trouble. What rights have you lost since Tuesday? What rights have y'all lost since Tuesday? Wait, y'all still voted. Y'all still working y'all jobs. Y'all black women are still telling black men, we don't need you no more, right? Right? Y'all still doing the exact same things. The only difference is y'all just a little sad. Y'all a little depressed. Y'all mad that y'all person didn't win. But I'm trying to find out, where did your rights go? Because I didn't know that Biden and Harris started making bills and arrangements to whip all y'all dusty women of your freedoms. Wait, when did this happen here? Pinball said, Dave, deal was off. With Theo here. Pooh Man said, TNA, they need some trash. Okay, let me go back. Hey, what's going on, King 6? How's your channel not over 100K? YouTube's a funny game. YouTube's a funny game. You gotta put in a lot of work, and and then you get, there's certain things where YouTube unsubscribes people. It's a lot that goes on, but I'm not worried about not being at 100K. I'm still cooking. We still moving. We're on the road to 20K. This is my journey. This is my lot. So, everything happens for a reason. I'm not gonna cry like the Democrats, my man, King 6. Hey, King, I'm not going to cry like the Democrats saying that, how come I'm not at 100K, like how they are, how come Trump won? I ain't going to cry. I'm a grown-ass man. No, I got to keep working and keep grinding, baby. That's how it goes down, man. Quick says, on the road to Memphis, listen in. Good to see you, Quick. I'm glad you're here, man. Holla at your boy. He said, wait, someone educate me. What happens if Trump don't make the inauguration? Then it's going to go to J.D. Vance. That's what happens. Is JD, you got the president-elect, he's the president-elect, and then you got the vice president-elect. So if anything happens to Trump, it goes to JD, and I understand why you asked that question here is because the fact that they've been attempting to delete Trump, so I get that here. No, hey, William, we're not here for the Michael Jackson slander. No, we ain't here for they talk about some fixers. Dude, we're not here for MJ slander. So don't be trying to cross with MJ with Diddy in this conversation today. I'm talking about MJ and expect that what we're going on with the election here, we're not doing MJ slander. If I see any more MJ slander, you're gonna get kicked out. You know what though? I'm giving the warning here. Don't be talking about Diddy and MJ. Nah. If you want to talk about Diddy in another live stream, that's cool. But we are not here for MJ slander because we're not here for Janet Jackson slander. All right? You do it again and you're getting gone here. Leave MJ alone. That's what we're doing here. All right, guys. Now, back to what I was saying here. Derek said they lost the right to bear fruit and pregnant. God dizzle. So they're wilding out. They're going on the news saying that X, Y, and Z is going to happen to black and brown people. What I want to do here is we're going to go through a couple of videos here, and then we're going to open up the discussion because I want to showcase to you how fear-mongering is going on here. I want to showcase to you that we're not acting unhinged over here. We may be happy with the election results, but it's like, okay, we're seeing the stock market rise up. We know what Trump said. He made an announcement. I'm gonna make a video of the things that he plans on doing that I am here for. I had people in my comment section saying, what is Trump gonna do for you? You really think Trump, you know what Trump's gonna do for me? That we're gonna talk about? Mass deportation. I'm all here for it. You know why? We do not have people coming into this country who is doing it the right way. There is a right way and a wrong way as far as becoming a citizen in this country and coming in here. And for some reason, we got people on the left who is okay with people coming in illegally and then give them a clear pathway to citizenship when we have people who did do things the right way, who followed the rules and regulations of our country, whether through green cards and work visas, and then kept going to the government and following the process step by step, paying their fees and paying their dues. And just like my best friend, Dr. Zoe Stallings, I bring her name up to keep her name alive. She passed away last year. She was one of the smartest women that I knew. Died 42 years young from cancer. Crazy, crazy work. I talk about her all the time. Her and her family came and migrated from Jamaica when she was 9 years old. And I saw firsthand a family who did things the right way by coming here to this country the right way, following all the rules, all the paperwork. And then I'm going to fast forward to roughly about 4 or 5 years ago when she decided to become a naturalized citizen. She passed the test and stood in fourth, and then she became a citizen of the United States. She did it the right way. It may have taken her almost 25 years, but she did it the right way. And I saw the work that it put in for her to say, I am an American, Dave. So if I can watch someone from Jamaica who went through the hard trials and tribulations of relocating from there to the south suburbs of Markham, going to school and putting all the hard work in, she didn't get all the free money that these migrants are getting here right now. She had so many school loans before she died because she became a doctor. She ended up working at Duke. She had so many school loans and so much debt before she died because she worked her ass off to get to her dream before she left this physical plane here. And I saw the work that's putting in here. And the Democrats are saying, no, you don't got to do all that stuff here. You can come here illegally, and we're going to give you money and vouchers and EBT cards, and then we're going to give you a pathway to be a citizen without doing all the hard work here. I'm not here for that crap. I'm not here for that BS here. You know? So when people say, what's Trump going to do for you? Let's say it again. Mass deportation, because we got people who are not here legally and they think they can circumvent the system. I want to ask y'all liberals and Democrats and people think that if y'all really want to leave America and go to another country, you think you can do that illegally? You think that you can just go to any country and say, yes, I'm a UK citizen now. You're going to take me because I'm fleeing. Or if you want to go to Australia, yes, I'm here in Australia now, and I'm going to be here, and you're going to allow me to be here. Or wherever is in South America or any other area in this world here. How's it that when it comes to America, we just want to allow everybody named mama to come in here? And then we got to pay our tax dollars to cover that. And then when things are supposed to be used for our tax dollars, it goes to them. And then we're supposed to be okay and let it fly by? No, 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 no. I have no problem with any illegal or immigrant come to this country as long as you do it the right way. You may say, well, you know what, Dave? They're coming from another country and they're running for their life and there's so much going on. You just don't know. Just because you're fleeing for your life don't mean that they can't do things the right way. When you get to the border and you're asking for asylum, there is a process. And you want to say, let's eliminate the process, just let them come here, as we're not doing any background checks. We're not even checking for if they have criminal backgrounds. And that's the one thing that we've seen so far, that we're seeing the numbers that over 400,000 illegals are coming over here who do have violent backgrounds and past. That includes SA. But we're okay with that. I'm not. So if you're going to ask me what Trump's doing here, mass deportations. Anyone know something too that I'm here for as well? I do not want my tax dollars going to the alphabet community. Now, if you part of the alphabet community and you have a problem internally inside of you that you're not who you are, love who you love and be who you are. But it's not my responsibility as a taxpayer to pay for your gender reassignment surgery, FYI, to cut your goddamn dick off so you can feel like who you're supposed to be are, right? If you really want to go through gender reassignment surgery, why don't you do like all these black women here who go to other countries or stack their money to go and get their BBL surgeries done? Black women have no problem will find a way to get a BBL surgery, so how come y'all can't find a way to get y'all dicks cut off? Right? Could you imagine if black women try to campaign for BBL surgeries for taxpayer dollars? That's what I hear when I hear transgender reassignment surgery covered by taxpayers, right? No, it's an elective surgery, paying your own dime on that. And that is what Kamala Harris wanted to do here. She wanted us to pay for that. Now, some of you may say, Dave, that was just an ad on Trump's campaign here. The ad came from a sit down from Kamala Harris conversation, and it came out of her own mouth, and she volunteered that to gain the alphabet community sway here. Come on now. She was never for us, even though you want to say that she was for us. Okay, we got to cut this crap out here. But let me go back to the chat here, because I've been talking a lot here and y'all been posting. I'm about to get to the first video in a second. He says, they just made an arrest for the attempt on Trump. Oh, for real, Pooh Man? I've been busy this afternoon. I didn't know they tried to do that. Okay. Said Pinball says, it's the end of the world since Trump won. They are bugging. Yeah, man. What's going on, Gloria? She said, did Chicago go red? No, Chicago didn't go red. But, Gloria, I will say this here. Much respect from NYC. Oh, NYC? Okay, girl. You know I'm bi-coastal. You know my job's in New York. I was just in New York about a month and a half ago. We're talking about me going back to New York pretty soon again. I'll be back in your neck of the woods. Shout out to NYC. But no, Chicago did not get flipped red. But when you talk about voter turnout and the percentage points that she won Illinois, it was down compared to her predecessors like Biden and everybody else who was a Democrat here. It's going to take a lot to flip Chicago red, because Chicago is a blue machine, right? But the thing is, people are waking up and they are seeing the issues with Brandon Adams, and it started with Lori Lightfoot, of course, before he came in the office. So it's not red, but here's one thing, Gloria. So many surrounding suburbs is red, right? Southern Illinois is red. But when you have Chicago being the third largest city in the state of Illinois, behind Los Angeles and New York, Chicago's number 3. So if you get Chicago, you flip the state. So I'm not saying 2028, but black folks have woke up. So it's not red now. We'll see by 2028. We'll see by 2028. Yes. Pinball says, preach it, Rev Dave. Thank you, man. No tax on overtime. Hey, if he pulls that through, that's good for y'all. I can't get that. You know what I'm saying? Sure enough, because I'm a salary employee. But if for all y'all out there who are hourly, and if he's able to put that in place, hey, man, that does not only help people who are Republicans, all y'all people who work hourly jobs, you gain from that too. So if he pulls that off, you can't say Trump ain't do nothing for you. He helped keep more money in your pocket by getting that time and a half. And that time and a half gets taxed even heavier there. So if he can kill that tax, hey, man, shout out to that. And shout out to my girl Gloria here, dropping in the super sticker with the 99-cent super sticker, guys. Hey, there is no amount that is too low here. She put in that red in the chat, and check it out, guys. You see what Gloria did? No questions, no comments. Gloria dropped this holla for the straight love of the game. My girl Gloria in the building. Hey, Gloria. Salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Right back at you with that super sticker. Thank you, Gloria. I appreciate you for coming through. Scrolling down the chat here, Chucky says, including Africans, all I hear is Mexican. All the Africans and the tethers, the tether class, they are going in now. It's ironic when things are good, the tethers, they don't want to be associated with us. They got nothing to do with us. Say, look at these FBA niggas. Oh, they always complain about reparations. Look at these FBA niggas. And now that Trump's in office, you know, they say, we niggas got to stick together. Oh, no, hey, out of the way, black man. Oh, Trump is going to get rid of you like he's going to get rid of us. We got to stick together, black man. We got to hold together and hold the line. But before that, though, they were like, you fucking Ikatas. Yeah, they're calling us Ikatas and all kind of stuff. And now it's gone bad now. It's like, we niggas got to stick together. No, we ain't got to stick together. We gonna stand on business. We gonna keep doing what we doing here. Y'all need to worry about getting y'all asses getting kicked out the country. You know what I mean? So let me scroll back down here. It said, Dave, the Dems tried to make. Well, I think that was a little short there, unless you do. Said, oh, okay, they want to manufacture their own voters. Exactly, I've talked about that. They're trying to create a whole new voting bloc. Clifton says they need to seriously find and arrest people who hire illegal immigrants. Facts. Facts. Now, here's the thing I want to add here too, Clifton, right? and it's for everybody to understand. I'm not attacking you, Clifton. I'm glad you posted this here. When we talk about mass deportation of the illegals, you know what the first thing they go to? Who's gonna go ahead and pick your watermelons? Who's gonna go out there and get those low-paying jobs in the fields? Y'all ain't doing them. We ain't talking about the people already doing the jobs now. We're talking about the last 3.5, 4 years where all these immigrants and illegals came in when that Biden and Harris eliminated 91 executive orders within the first week of their administration, and just basically opened the door and saying, hey, everybody, come on in. Come all. Right? We're not talking about the people already working. We're talking about the people who came in here and they're giving all these goddamn checks, right? Getting free stuff. And then once they're here long enough, these are the same illegals and immigrants is going to talk down to us black people saying, you know what, you niggas, I came here with only $2 in my pocket and I made it work, and look at me, I'm doing better than you. Well, yeah, you're doing better than me. If you came in here and they gave you a pathway to citizenship where you didn't have to go through 20 years like my best friend to become a naturalized citizen, they give you vouchers, EBTs, housing credit, put you in 4-star hotels in New York City, and then you were able to get a leg up and they got job programs. You didn't get it from the leg up. You didn't get it from your bootstraps. You got a government program that wanted you here and then gave you the benefit that they refused to give the black folks in the FBA. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Man, oh man. So when they keep saying, who's gonna do these low-paying jobs? They're already doing the low-paying jobs. We're talking about the ones who they're just mass bringing in right now. So the way they mass brought them in these 4 years, mass get their asses out. Oh my God. Let me go down here in the chat before we get to the first video here, because I see Poland locking up illegal migrants, illegal immigrants. No, man. We're the one country that want to fight people to come in here illegally without background checks, because we have got people blind and brainwashed by the left there to think that, oh, they're coming from these terrible homelands and they're being persecuted, which is probably happening here, right? But you want to know something? We as FBA black Americans, we've been persecuted here for 500 years. We went through slavery, went through Jim Crow, we went through redlining, went through peonage, went through the civil rights era. You can name it, a step by step of what the hell we had to go through. Went through Reconstruction. Did we flee? Did we go ahead to another country and say, it is not for us here, we're gonna go somewhere else? No, we stayed here and fought for our country here because this is our land now. They took our history away from us. We don't know most of our history from where we came from, other countries, whether Africa, whatever the case may be. So we created a lineage here. We have been here for 400 to 500 years, and this is our homeland now, and you're not gonna take that away from us here, all right? So that's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Pinball. And right behind you, my man Clifton in the building, dropping that $2 holler with the blue plate pass and saying, I will pay for breast enlargement. Lord have mercy. I got you, Clifton. All right, you gonna pay for that? All right, brother. I got you, Clifton. Hey, man. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Right back at you with the super. I can appreciate that, Clifton. I got you on that one, man. Said the dim solution is just print more money. Yeah. Chuck says, hey, Dave, we don't talk like that no more. He says, he's saying no sound. Hey, Jimmy, that's on you. You the only one who ain't got no sound. All right. Hey, guys, y'all need to figure some things out. If no one else is saying no sound and you the only one saying no sound, check your device. You know what I'm saying? Unless everybody starts saying no sound, then that's on you, all right? Don't post in the chat no sound. Double check, because if that's the case, everybody's going to say no sound, right? The sound's here. We've been cooking for about an hour, Jimmy. So it's black men's fault that they aren't the only men who voted. I know, man. Derek says a lot of farm work is automated now. Yeah, I know. Yeah, my family's farmers. And if we want to talk about farmers here, my peoples back in 1999, we fought and we won with the Black Farmers Association, where black farmers got their, quote, reparation lawsuit here. My mom received a huge settlement almost 30 years ago from that lawsuit. Look up the Black Farmers lawsuit. My mom was involved in that heavy with our family here. Matter of fact, my mom still got money from that lawsuit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm part of that farmer. We're part of that farmer class. Yeah, black farmers. Clifton says, MAGA, make Africa great again. Go home. Exactly, right? We need these tethers to stop complaining to us here about what we got going on here. If you want to talk about us so much, why don't you go back to your homeland and fix it, right? Nah, we ain't hearing that. They keep telling us, you niggas, we got to stick together. You know what I'm saying? Pinball says, why not stay and try to make their own country better? We stayed here, Pinball. Our ancestors stayed here. We were getting our asses whooped and we made it work. You know? So check this out, guys. Here's what I want to do. I'm going to react to a couple of videos here. First thing I want to do is react to a tether in Joy Reid from MSNBC. I want to show you her news report to show you how much fear mongering and what they're saying here, because they are wilding out, you know, because here's what I want to state before I bring the video up. Once again, do not let the rhetoric of them saying we're going back to slavery or they're going to do X, Y, Z to black people. No. We're talking about XYZ to immigrants and people who have overstayed their welcome. So let's get to this first video, guys. And before I do that here, hold on, you saying, I was saying the Africans are quiet. Oh, my bad, Jimmy, my bad. Oh, before I pull the video up, Jimmy, I'm glad you said that, brother. Have you noticed, no matter the social media where you may attend and you interact at, whether it's here on YouTube, if you go on Snapchat, or if you're on Twitter/X, we're at Facebook, you either gonna get Democratic shills who are cursing you out and wishing death upon you, or all the tethers are quiet. It's very quiet. I don't hear from them or see their replies. It's very very quiet. It's like crickets. It's like crickets at midnight. They have shut the hell up. It is very, very quiet. Where y'all at? Where'd y'all go? It was all good just a week ago. So let's get to this first video. Let's react and get the cooking here. Let's go. Like I said, we got Joy Reid here that we're going to react to. You know, she is part of the tether class. And we're going to talk about what she's saying here, because this is what she's talking to her supporters, her viewers, and how they feel. Derek said, do you know anything about transmission work, especially on the 08 Impala? No, I'm not a mechanic. How many times have I told you, Derek, you see me use the analogy? You heard me use the analogy. Don't go to a lawyer for car issues. What you need to do for 08 Impala is go talk to Chevy. Don't talk to an IT guy about Impalas. You know what I'm gonna tell you? Go ahead and go call your local Chevy dealer and say, I need to drop this shit in. All right? Can't help you, brother. Can't help you on that one. All right, guys. Let's get to the video and we're gonna cook here. Let's go.
Good evening, everyone. This is our first chance to be together one-on-one since the election. So I wanted to begin tonight with an acknowledgement of our new reality.
If y'all can hear, press 1.
Millions of Americans woke up Tuesday morning full of hope and joy, anticipating the election, finally, of America's first woman president. They put their faith in Vice President Kamala Harris to deliver not just the star-studded joy and the power of the culture, from Beyonce to Taylor to basically every star in Hollywood, plus the many memes and incredible digital content, but also the change that could make this multicultural democracy real and accessible and affordable to everyone. I mean, money for elder care and small businesses and child tax credits, what? But that is obviously not what happened. Instead, knowing all that we know about Donald Trump, his vulgarity and venality, his 34 felony counts and adjudicated sexual abuse of E. Jean Carroll, and so many other women he preyed on, his buddy-buddy relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, his theft of classified documents, his fealty to Vladimir Putin, and that attempted coup. Despite all of that, a majority of American voters actively chose him over her. Women...
Not just the majority... It was across the board, Joy Reid. It was across the board. And then not only he got the majority of the votes, So many people are fed up that either they voted for Trump or third party, or they sat their ass on the couch. They say, hey, you know what? This couch is looking kind of comfy right now. I'm going to vote for this couch here right now. Nah, forget the Democrats. I'm going to sit here and watch y'all crash and burn, you know? So you can say all you want here, but the American people, black, white, Puerto Rican, Mexican, whether you was an immigrant and became a naturalized citizen, across the board, where we're talking about voting for the House, voting for the Senate, for the presidency here, everybody said, you know what? We tired of this administration. We tired of the way things are being run here. We don't want to hear that inflation is down 2 percentage points when I go to the store and milk used to be $3 a gallon, I got to pay $7 a gallon. That inflation 2 percentage points ain't making a goddamn thing to me here. So you're missing some things, Joy, but we're going to cook into it and let you talk some more. Let's go.
All over this country know what it feels like to be the far more qualified woman who loses the job to mediocre or underqualified men.
Hold on. There's gonna be some pause in this time here, right? You heard her say that Kamala was overqualified over less than men here. Hold on, no, wrong. You know why? Because Kamala Harris was never voted in any major election. When she did win elections in California, her sugar daddy Willie helped her out, right? You think that she got anywhere without my man Willie? You thought she got anywhere without my man Willie? He was 30 years the senior and was running California. She got access because of the power of a man that she had as a sugar daddy. And then the fact that you're going to say that she's overqualified when she didn't even go through the primaries, okay? The American people didn't say, this is our pick for the Democratic nominee for President of the United States. No, she was hand-delivered the nomination, okay? Unlike where you can say anything you want about Trump, did Trump win the Republican primaries? Didn't Trump was actually president at one time? Didn't he get the vote of the people? Whether you want to say, well, he didn't win the popular vote in 2016, Dave, he only got the Electoral College. Well, you want to know something? He got the Electoral College and won the states he needed in 2016, and in 2024, not only he got those states, he got the votes too. So you can't say that she is overqualified and beat a less than man because she was not qualified, and the man that you're calling not qualified actually proved himself to the people in this political game here. So that is a goddamn lie, and you're only saying that because she's a woman.
Black women doubly so. And people are rightfully depressed and scared. The Republican Party has made it clear they're not mad at the whole Nazi thing. They actually find some of the ideas, mass deportation, internment camps, white Christian nationalism, to be kind of okay.
Yes, I just talked about the deportations here. And let's not talking about racism or nationalism when your buddy, our current president, Joe Biden, is a racist. We want to fail to forget that Joe Biden's history over the years as a senator. We want to forget him authoring the crime bill in '94. Let's just fast forward here. We want to forget that Joe Biden's mentor in Robert Byrd was a card-carrying member of the KKK, and that man had his card of the KKK in his pocket the day he died, and not once have you heard Joe Biden denounce that man or say anything negative to that man because he constantly said that that was his friend and his mentor. So if a white man is telling you that another white man's his mentor and friend who is the KKK, then he supports and idolizes the KKK, and his mouth, his words, and his actions prove that. So we need to stop with this, oh, they're okay with nationalism and his racist rhetoric. When we have a current president right now, it's okay with the KKK, and his ideology is of racism. This gotta stop. I'm not going to be here saying, well, he's racist over here. Well, this motherfucker's racist over here. So I don't want to hear about the racist talk anymore because both sides is racist. Give me another talking point. Let's go.
And autocracy definitely feels imminent. This era is especially frightening if you're a woman or black or gay or bi or trans or in an immigrant or in a mixed status family. And that danger is not in your head. And even in a normal time, when an election goes sideways, it is tempting to feel kind of dumb. for having ever believed that the change you dreamed of was possible at all. I mean, who were we to believe that America would ever elect a woman, let alone a black and Asian woman as its president? I mean, sure, Mexico just did it, but not us. We're America. We don't do these things.
Well, Hillary almost won. She got the popular vote. She would have won if she didn't screw herself over. She screwed herself over. So I don't want to hear about America not electing a woman president when overwhelmingly black men did vote for Hillary. She won the popular vote. If it wasn't for certain states because of the Electoral College, she would have been president, but she would have won those states if it wasn't for her own demise, which I'm not going to go over here because we all know Hillary Clinton's ills and wills here. So let's not hear this here unless you're trying to add the black woman aspect. But once again, you're adding a black woman who was not qualified. Let's go.
But it is not crazy or dumb to believe in the possibilities of America. Millions of people all around the world do too. My parents did. That's why they, like so many immigrants, including Kamala Harris's parents, came here to this crazy platypus of a country cobbled together by people from everywhere. And with
Before I let it cook you more, you hear that? She's an anchor baby. Her parents migrated here. So this is why you hear the talking points from Joe Reed. She's an anchor baby. Her parents immigrated from here. She's part of the tether class. She ain't me and you guys. The people in my chat here, people who follow me, the AIC tribe members who got black mothers and fathers born in this country, your grandparents born in this country, like I mentioned earlier, my great-grandparents were born in this country. No, she's speaking on behalf of the people who ain't supposed to be here. That is the minority over Americans who feel a certain type of way because we want to be America first.
It's tortured history, but also so much potential. It is not crazy to believe. It's not crazy to dream. In fact, it's kind of sad not to. And Kamala Harris lived up to our dreams. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. She lived
up to your dreams? Guys, listen intently here. I'm going to let it cook here. You're just going to see my facial expressions. Kamala lived up to our dreams?
A remarkable 107-day emergency campaign full of joy and hope. She and Tim Walz raised $1 billion in a couple of months, and she whipped Trump in their one and only debate. And yesterday, at her alma mater, Howard University, Kamala Harris, first of her name, did something Donald Trump would never do. She conceded graciously and vowed to conduct a peaceful transfer of power.
Wait a minute. Before she conceded, did it on Tuesday night that thousands of the K-Hive were waiting outside for 5 to 6 hours, and then she didn't even come out to show her face. She had one of her underlings come out saying, Kamala ain't coming out today. We'll see y'all in the morning. 5 to 6 hours. So you can say that, yeah, she came out and conceded. What about the night before when she totally disrespected her own followers who've been out there for half a goddamn day? All right, then. You ain't going to talk about that.
Now, I know folks are feeling and experiencing a range of emotions right now. I get it. But we must accept the results of this election. Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power.
Imagine that. She also spoke directly to young Americans who chose her at a rate of 54 to 43% over Donald Trump for 18 to 29-year-olds and 49 to 48% for voters 30 to 44, according to the NBC exit polls. And particularly millennial and Gen Z women who went 61-37 in her favor for 18 to 29-year-olds and 54-43 from age 30 to 44. Millions of college students, recent graduates, and young Americans who put their faith in her.
Sometimes the fight takes a while. That doesn't mean we won't win. That doesn't mean we won't win. The important thing is don't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Don't ever stop trying to make the world a better place. You have power.
I'll get y'all
You
supers in a
have
second.
power.
And make no mistake, fam, it is young Americans, not those of us in Gen X or boomers or retired silent generation folks who are the economically insecure. Young Americans are the ones who can't afford to buy a home or start a business or a family. They are the ones who have economic anxiety, not the people of my generation, Gen X, many of whom have savings in the bank and bitch about the economy while planning overseas vacations. Yet it was the hip-hop and Hulk Hogan generation, the F your feelings latchkey kids who came up on Dynasty, Dallas, and The Apprentice, who were the lone age group that voted in a majority for Trump. A majority of Gen X voted to turn America into an autocracy and to condemn our kids and grandkids to a far-right Supreme Court, probably for the rest of their lives.
What do you mean condemn here? You see the words that the choice words use? Condemn, right? Condemn. Black people are naturally conservative. We have always been conservative up until the Civil Rights Act of 1964 here. So once again, listen to key words that they use in here to try to fearmonger us here.
And it was not just Gen X, because while 91% of black women voted for Kamala Harris, 53% of white women overall voted for Trump, despite the open disrespect and demonization hurled by J.D. Vance and the Supreme Court stripping women's bodily autonomy, courtesy of Donald Trump, who closed his repulsive campaign by dropping the B word on Nancy Pelosi. The breakdown by education was stark. Harris won 57% of white women with college degrees and lost 63% of white women without them. It was also men. Trump won every age group of men, including 60% of Gen X men and 6 in 10 white men. Also Latino men, who, despite the utter disrespect shown by Trump and his promise to deport some of your mixed status families, most of them voted in a 55% majority to make the deportations happen.
Yep.
Y'all voted with Stephen Miller and David Duke and against your own sisters and chose Kamala Harris.
If anybody knows who David Duke is, he used to be the former, I think he was the former Grand Master of the KKK. Once again, I don't want to hear any talk about racist white men when our current president is racist right now. All right. I just pointed out about Robert Byrd. We know about him with the crime bill. Okay, we can if we can even pull up Joe Biden's speeches on Capitol Hill in the 80s, in the 90s, where he openly talked down about black people and how we were the worst of the worst. The disrespect was on top of disrespect here. So I do not want to hear that kind of talk when none of y'all is dismissing Joe Biden. Okay, you know why Joe Biden gets a pass? Because he was vice president to Obama and Obama blackwashed him. Obama blackwashed Joe Biden so that black people can overlook and forget about all his evil racist rhetoric and his racist actions as a senator. So miss me with this here. All right, because if we want to talk about racism, we have white supremacy in the White House right now. Right now as we speak. How come you're not denouncing that? You know why? Because they're blue. You're okay with racists as long as they're Democrat. But if they're Republican, that's a bridge too far.
With 60% of their votes. So you own everything that happens to your mixed status families and to your wives, sisters, and abuelas from here on in. However, we only have so much time for blame. We now need to make a plan. Because Donald Trump's spokesperson has already confirmed that upon taking office at noon on January 20, 2025, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, he will begin the mass deportation of up to 11 million immigrants who are living and working in America. He plans to put Robert F. Kennedy Jr. in charge of at least parts of our health care, which could deprive millions of Americans of life-saving vaccines. And he and his people will implement Project 2025, something he pretended he didn't know anything about.
I don't want to hear anything about Project 2025 because A, Trump has already denounced that. Both him and Kamala Harris, through the election process, denounced it. But you know what, though? You know why I don't want to hear nothing about no damn Project 2025? I'm a black man that's been here my entire life. I lived through Project 2020. I lived through, quote unquote, Project 2015. I lived through Project 2010. I lived through Project 1990. I lived through Project 1985. When you've been an FBA brother and sister, we lived through all instances of your quote unquote project, whatever they want to say here. We're living in the elements of white supremacy. This is just another tactic here to scare us. But Project 2025, excuse me, even if that was going to be implemented, guys, I don't know if any of you guys read it or not. That has nothing to do with FBA brothers and sisters. That has to do with y'all illegals, immigrants, and people who ain't supposed to be here, or you ain't follow the process and you're behind your paperwork and you might get your ass get deported out of here, right? It's for the tether class and the immigration class. If we are Americans here, we ain't got nothing to worry about no Project 25 because we've been living through that in our entire lives here. Y'all the ones who are worried because y'all worried about getting kicked out of the country. Let's go.
When he was lying to you on the campaign trail, when he wasn't, pretending to fillet a microphone or rambling for hours in front of sparse crowds. Cue the national abortion ban via the Comstock Act as well. And then there are the tariffs, which will make the price of everything soar, while he and Elon Musk grift money out of our economy to share with their fellow billionaire friends, while mainly Gen Z and millennial Americans and retirees feel the pain.
Wait a minute. No, I'm gonna let this cook, and then I'll get my point here. We got a minute left. I'll say my point after this.
So here we are. And what I can tell you is what I plan to do. And what I plan to do is to refuse to take the knee or be silent. Because when an autocracy begins to form, it is really important that the press, to the extent it can, continue to speak, continue to inform people about what is happening, and to give you the means and the strategies to resist and survive. It is important that civil society and the arts continue to speak, that individual citizens remain vigilant and not back down or cower in fear. So that is what I and the team here at The Readout are going to do. We will make sure you stay informed, forewarned, and equipped to survive whatever he and his MAGA cronies try to do to the people in this country.
All right, guys, that's the end of that video here. We got more commentary, right? I got more stuff, so don't go anywhere. Lights up in the building. I want to comment on something that she said at the end, and it's been on my mind. And T. Orlando, I don't know if you heard this, because T. Orlando hit me up the other night, right? Me and him been texting back and forth, and I gotta admit, Jason Black came on the air the other day, right? And I haven't listened to Jason Black in a long time. I do like listening to Jason Black's commentary. He was like, yo, TD&D, Jason Black cooking right now, right? So then I was listening to Jason Black the other night. Now, by her mentioning something, this is not my talking point, but I want to expound on it because I thought about this for a while, and Jason Black was so freaking right. When she talks about Elon Musk and the billionaire friends that he has, and she's worried about those billionaires doing all kinds of crazy things in our country and our economy because Trump's in office and Elon has Trump's ear, right? So many people, of course, call Elon also a racist because the things that he said, and they don't want this man here and they want him shipped out of the country. But let me ask everybody here who hates Elon Musk, whether you don't like his policies, don't like Tesla, don't like the way he speaks, his rhetoric. If you're mad about Elon Musk, then everybody here who can't stand him and wish that he was never here, you guys need to blame Barack Obama for him. Yep, we're gonna go there. If anybody has ever complained about Elon, then you need to go ahead and say, Barack, you created this disaster. You brought this man to the forefront, and this man is here because of him. You may say, wait, Dave, wait. You want us to blame Barack Obama for Elon Musk? You want us to say, blame another man for another man? Here's why. as soon as Barack Obama took office after he won the election in '08, what was one of the major things that he did and signed as far as his acts as a president? He is the one that provided the electric tax credits. We didn't have electric cars back in the day. Electric cars is a new thing because emissions and then the transition of where we're trying to get away from gasoline oil, right? But Elon Musk and Tesla was basically the only electric company that was doing the work. You had other companies, but Tesla basically received the only tax credit, which made them a government contract. Which means for years on top of years on top of years, when Barack Obama was in office, the government was supplying Tesla with government funds, hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars every year. And then if you allow a smart man like Elon Musk, who's an engineer, who was smart to have an infrastructure in place, and then is able to get the government to fuel his vision, then you saw basically Tesla get free money, billions in dollars over the years here to make Tesla the company that it is that made Elon a billionaire and one of the richest men in the world. If there is no exclusive tax credits for EV materials, EV cars and company makers, but basically only with the Tesla, Elon Musk is not one of the richest men in America or the world. So if you guys want to blame Elon Musk for anything, if you do not like him, then y'all ninjas need to take that with Barack Obama, because he basically gave this man the green light to become a billionaire. Just dump billions into Tesla by government funds, by the electric tax credit, and then Elon took that by being a smart man in infrastructure and took it to the powerhouse that we see today. So if you want to complain about Elon, go back to your tether former president and Barack Obama. Hey, before we continue here, I got to get to the supers because y'all been waiting a long time here. Shout out to the people dropping the love in the chat and the support here. Let me get to these supers here. I got to acknowledge these here before we move on. Any more talking points here? Grits and Bacon's in the building with the $10 holla with the yellow plate. Keep passing them saying, bro, I'm buying a kayak for the river of liberal tears. Hey, come on, man. Hey, Grits. Salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Right back at you with the yellow super. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Them tears are coming through. Oh, man, I feel like singing a Tupac song. Tears. Hey, man. Thank you, Grits and Bacon, for support, man. I appreciate you. I'm going a little out of whack here. Let me see here. I'm going to get your other one, Grits. Since you dropped that $10 holla, you came right back also with a $2 holla with the blue plate pass and saying, typical Democrat babble, pump fear, Ayo, STFU. Yeah, they wild. My man Grits in the building doing a double up here. Hey, Grits. Salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you. Thank you. Right back at you with the super. Hey, man, I appreciate you, Grits. Everything's a little out of whack here, Grits. I'm going to get to your other super too as well, man. Thank you for the holla. Guys, I love it when you make the chat turn colors, okay? Right behind that, Grits, you came back also with another $5 holla, put in the green plate in the chat, keep them passing, saying, hey, yo, she proved why a woman shouldn't run this country. Look how she did her people the night of the 5th. She let the clown speak for her. Yeah? That's right, Grits. My man Grits in the building. Hey, man. Salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you. Thank you. And right back at you with the super Grits. Man, you support me heavy in this chat, man. Thank you as always, brother. I'm feeling kind of hungry for grits and bacon now. You know, a little grits, a little bacon, dice them up. You know, a little bit of butter in them grits. That sounds kind of good right now. Shout out to you, Grits and Bacon, man, in the house here. And right behind that, we got my man Derek in the building, dropping the $4.99, $5 holla. We don't give a damn about that penny. We give you the upgrade like Kanye did to Beyonce here, saying, Dave, have you seen these YouTube streets, how black women is black men's fault? I got a video to showcase for that, Derek. Yeah, I'm going to show you a quick video. Yeah, hold on. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you. Thank you. Right back at you with the super. Thank you, Derek. Yes. what I'm gonna do here, Derek, is I wish I had more videos. I didn't have time. I'm gonna play one video of a girl crashing out. And when we see the example of this girl here, y'all gonna be bugging out. It's like, what the hell is going on here? This chick is wilding the hell out. Dank says, Barack Obama bailed out the banks too. Yes, he did. Because I was working at the banks when the bailout was happening. I was at JP Morgan when it was going down. I was there and then I left JP Morgan. You know, so I was there during that time, Dank. Yeah, man, it was a crazy time. Chucky says, suffering in the UK with these electric cars, and it's all got us paying. Hey, man, I hear you. Mad Dog says, back at you, Dave. Appreciate you, man, appreciate you. Hold on, I got to do this over here. Give me 1 second, guys. Give me 1 second. Make sure I'm not missing something over here. Hold on. Okay, nothing going on over here. All right, cool. Sorry, guys. Had to check something out here. Go back to the chat. Vince says, where will they store the old batteries, Dave? Remember the Philippines? Yeah, I don't know, Vince. I'm kind of curious, too. Where they going to go? Where going to go? What they going to do? Where going to go? What they going to do? So I played that Joy Reid video because this is MSNBC. She has a regular show every night, Monday through Friday. This is the rhetoric that we're going to hear from liberal TV. They're going to showcase front and center people who are not foundational Black Americans or their family lineage is not Americans. So the tactics are going to be, we going to scare everybody because y'all losing y'all civil liberties, and this is the worst here. But they are failing to forget that we lived through Trump for 4 years. What the hell happened those 4 years, right? What the hell happened those 4 years? What in the hell happened in those 4 years, right? We still here. We still living. A lot of folks can easily set depend on their business or their financial status, the corporation they work for, saying, I was doing better in those 4 years and I'm doing these current 4 years right now. Everybody wants to act on that side like those 4 years were non-existent. The only thing they want to bring out is the bloom and gloom of the fact that of some of the rhetoric that came about, which is why I'm gonna get to this comment here by King Six here saying, so you're gonna ignore the fact that Trump is a woman beater. LOL, he beat Hillary and Kamala. I like that one. I thought you was gonna say he beat his woman, stuff like that, right? But you know, we're not ignoring that here. He beat them. He beat them, but he beat them the way that the political process is. Let me give you guys an example here. Let me look at something. I want to tell something here because he brought that up as a joke. Let me see if I can find what I was looking for here. Hold on. Okay. It's ironic that we want to hear democracy is going to end. Democracy is in trouble when it's been the Democrats who's been the face of ruined democracy themselves. Let me throw you some information at you guys, right? Let's throw some things at you. This is one of my guys. I'm reading one of his posts, but I want to see if he's telling any wrongs right now. The Democrats were the first and most recent people contesting election results. Let that sink in. Starting back in 2000, we had Florida. 2004, we had Iowa. We got the results we wanted in 2008 and 2012 because Barack Obama won, right? No contest because yo guy won, right? Then we blamed the Russians for 2016 and now 2024. Now, we can't call themselves the party of democracy while at the same time they're challenging every election that doesn't go their way. Have you noticed that? They're the ones challenging elections when they don't win. And that started almost a quarter of a century ago. You cannot talk about the Republicans when you kicked off the fight, the way that the fight's been kicking off here, throwing the rhetoric out there like that. But they want people to ignore those results. You may say, well, you know what, Dave? There was a hanging chad in 2000 in Florida. There's all these, but here's the thing. You still are fighting the same thing. You can't complain on one side when you've been doing it too. Right? Right? Let me get to these other supers here. Shout out to my man Derek in the build. To Derek with the $10 holla pushing the yellow plate in the chat. What you got for me, Derek? Says Dave, we had the electric car back in the early 2000s. GM stopped making them by 2006. Check out the documentary Who Killed the Electric Car. Damn it, IT. Didn't know that one. Hey, Derek. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you. Thank you. And right back at you with the super. Here's the problem, Derek. I did watch that documentary. And you want to know something? What I said was correct. When Barack Obama was in office, there was no electric tax credits prior to that situation with the electric cars before then. And you know why? Because the government did not have their filthy, stinking hands into those other companies that was going to hurt their version of the economy. But as soon as Barack came in 08, 09, he saw Elon, and it was, a piggyback system. I scratch your back, you scratch my back, right? So I did know, Derek. The thing is, we had the Democrats come in, and the savior of our black Jesus and Barack Obama, who created those tax credits to make Tesla survive. There was no electric companies going to survive in those early 2000s. Tesla survived because of government funding. Appreciate you. You ain't getting me on that one, man. It's all good. And shout out to my man, Mr. Walker in the building. We got Single by Choices in the house. If y'all not subscribed to my man's channel, they are kicking the banshees in where they need to be kicked down here, right? Single by Choices, SB Nation, YouTube channel, Mr. Walker, one part of a dope-ass duo there. Y'all just killing it in the game here, man. He dropping the $5 holla saying, salute, Brother Dave. Much love and respect. Much love and respect to my man, Mr. Walker. Brother, salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you. Thank you. Right back at you with the super. Brother Walker's in the building, guys. Show love to Brother Walker. Brother Walker's in the building, guys. Show some love to Brother Walker, man. He in the building, man. This is what we do. We support each other. We FBA brothers and sisters, especially in these YouTube streets, we are rocking with each other. We ain't falling for the boule, baby. Salute to you, brother. Thank you for coming through, man. Thank you. Shout out to my man, Team Peterson, dropping the 16-month member chat saying women only lead to the end of a relationship. Man, TP, you ain't saying no lies there, man. No lies there. Chucky says, Trump can't beat a man, but the woman, he never won against a man. You know why he didn't win against a man? Because the Democrats didn't want to put a man against him. If you really want to think about it, right, the Dems were scared. The Dems thought they can beat him with a woman because they felt that with their women empowerment, that the men in the Democratic Party is not strong enough for a GOP member, so we're going to get a strong woman in Hillary or Kamala to beat the man establishment. That's on the Democrats, baby. They felt that the men were too weak to go against the Republican establishment. Hey, man. JD says, you got to admit that Trump has never conceded the 2020 election. No, he didn't. He didn't concede. Maybe he didn't. But that's not the conversation today. Hey, here's the thing. Let me put this out here. I ain't claiming Trump is perfect. I ain't going to say that he's this and that and all that in a bag of water and a cup of water and a bag of chips. But when it comes to this politics game here, I'm not about making friends. And the ironic thing is the people in politics, they don't realize that Democrats and Republicans, they move differently behind the scenes than how you interact with us who claim to be Democrat and Republican. Because after we see them on Congress Hill, after we see them on their interviews on Fox News, MSNBC, or CNN, when the cameras are off, go to D.C. and you're going to see Democrat senators and House reps, all the same. At the same damn bars, eating dinner, laughing their asses off together. Hey, man, you really gave me a good one on that one here. You cursed me the hell out, Bob. Yeah, I know. So what are your donors saying this time? Man, I got to do this for this cat here. I got to do this. Man, they all laughing with each other all the way to the goddamn bank while all y'all are trying to argue, saying, it's this side or that side. When in actuality, when the doors are closed, they rock lockstep here. These guys are but actors. When the cameras come on, when they got to wear their red tie or their blue tie, that's when they become actors. They become actors. You know what I'm saying? They all best friends, baby. In politics, they all best friends, man. They act like enemies to put on the show on Congress Hill. But when the lights go off, it is over. Like when you saw Trump, when he saw Kamala Harris after the debate, what did he do? He came up to her. He shook her hand and said, yo, you got a good performance. Good job. You know, there's a mutual respect that goes on between these people behind the scenes because they know they're involved in the competition of political theater. And when you guys understand that, then we understand how this game really works here. Derek said, Dave, he's not a politician. He is, but he isn't. Once you hold office, you're a politician, Derek. He may not be the conventional politician, but once you have a campaign and then you actually won that campaign, you are a politician. You're just not the prototypical politician, but you have a campaign, you have a campaign manager, you have a staffing, you have a budget, you got a political pack. You may not have the ideology that, my brother, but you know what though? Once you run and win, you are a politician. You know what I'm saying? He's just not the typical politician anymore. You know? Yes, that's right. Single by nation. So let me do this here, guys. I want to play another video for you. I want to play another video. I got a couple more videos here. I'm going to play this one first here because I think that the Democrats are on some BS right now. I'm going to call cap. I smell some jankiness right now. Right? I'm going to play this other video regarding racism that's happened this week. And I want you guys to hear this and think, hey, man, something's not adding up here. So let me pull this other video up, guys. There's been some racist text messages been going out here, and I want to have a quick conversation about this. Likes up in the building. Let's go.
FBI is investigating reports of racist text messages sent to Black Americans after the presidential election. NBC News correspondent Zincle Esamoah has the latest.
Corinne Freeman was at home with her kids on Wednesday when she got a text from a number she didn't recognize.
It was this odd, ominous feeling text message basically saying, hello, you've been selected to be a slave on a plantation and you're scheduled to get picked up at 12 a.m. on November 13th.
How did it feel when you got that text message?
Well, I was immediately disturbed.
And she's not alone. Social media sites have been flooded with people from New York to Florida who say they've gotten these racist messages. Freeman and others believe the texts may have been sparked by the current political climate.
I think that this is intentional to scare people of color, Black people, into a reality that we don't want to go back to.
The wording of the texts appear to differ. Some have misspellings, others address individuals by name. But the theme is consistent, telling recipients they've been selected to pick cotton. All of the people NBC News spoke to who got these messages are Black. Several universities confirmed their students have reported receiving the texts. Clemson says they came from numbers associated with online spoofing sites. It remains unclear who is behind the messages. Text Now, which offers free phone numbers online, tells NBC News at least one of its accounts may be involved, writing in a statement in part, "We do not tolerate or condone the use of our service to send harassing or spam messages," adding they shut down the accounts and are working with authorities. For recipients like Corinne Freeman, the digital hate is fueling her real-world concerns.
I am overwhelmed with anxiety and fear about how I'm going to help my children make sense of the world that they have to navigate as Black children.
NBC's Zincle Esamoah with that report.
So we're going to get more back into the video, but basically the last couple of days, we're seeing Black people being targeted with racist attacks like they were saying here, saying you're going to pick cotton, you know, we're going to put you on this plantation, all kinds of jakey rhetoric, right? But this is coming from MSNBC. So I'm curious how they're going to view this particular situation right now with the political process, and if they're going to try to put this on the Republicans or the Democrats, or they're just going to say this is what we're going to live now in the current climate. So let's continue to see what they're going to say here next.
And joining us now, the president and CEO of the NAACP, Derek Johnson. I guess we'll start there and then broaden out. What do you make of these text messages, and What's it signifying in terms of what's to come?
Well, not surprising. If you can recall, when Trump was in office before, we've seen an increase in racial hate crimes. In 1 week alone, attacks on Latinos in El Paso, African Americans in Louisville, and the Jewish community in Pittsburgh, just in a 1 week span with mass shootings. And so we are not surprised that this is taking place. And unfortunately, we are in for 4 years of this.
Rev, your take?
So Trump gets into office now. Well, not officially. And so we're automatically painting the picture on Trump. But it's been since Kamala lost this election, the Democrats have been the one that has been spreading hate. Is this like smoke and mirrors here? That yes, we know Trump is going to be the next president. Yes, we know that there is racist rhetoric on the right as well. But I find ironic that since the left won, the rhetoric's been coming at us, and all of a sudden they're attacking, and then you've seen the attacks on blacks. So are we sure now, is the rhetoric coming from Donald Trump and the right, or it's the racist Democrats on the left? The reason why I'm coming up with this here, because I made a statement and I made an argument on my recent live streams recently that we have so many people that claim MAGA, and of course you see the racists on the right side. And we know that, we've seen that, right? But I make the argument, just like Joe Biden, there is so many more, just as many racists on the Democratic side, right? Just because someone smiles in your face don't mean that they're not racist. See, the Republicans, I look at them as just being the honest racists. They're going to tell me that they don't like me and this is how they move. The Democrats are going to smile in my face and they love all people. And then when they turn their back, they make the policies that is racist against us because we don't have any pro policies for us. So I find this very ironic that Trump is in, and then these days, black men have been feeling the hurt. And then on a pro-democratic news station, they're saying Texas is going out to black people about slavery and picking cotton. Now, let's play more of the video, but am I the only one that is seeing this possible correlation? I could be wrong, but I find this correlation very, very interesting here. Let's go.
Well, we must remember in the 4 years that Donald Trump was president, that is when George Floyd happened, that's when Breonna Taylor happened, that's when Ahmaud Arbery, probably three of the most memorable racial cases of our time. And he said nothing as president. He went in front of a church and lectured the protesters holding up a Bible. And I think that as Derek, as we started getting calls at National Action Network, and I know you were overwhelmed yesterday about these text messages, it brings back this whole feeling of our community under siege. And you've got to remember, Trump just a couple of weeks ago said, well, some slavery could have stayed in. These people are being emboldened and feel empowered with the reelection of Donald Trump. And I think that message didn't get through even to some young black men because of the anxiety of the economic woes we were dealing with.
Yeah. You know, in terms of the election itself, the Democratic business model is dysfunctional. It's a diminishing return on investment. They emphasize nationalizing the campaign on media buys, and they don't spend enough time on the doors. They don't empower local and state actors. They're not expanding the pie. And so what we have seen over the last 15 plus years is the same playbook, and we're getting diminishing returns. But VP, her execution of this campaign was flawless. She did exactly what she was supposed to do. Absolutely. But when I got to Pennsylvania, when I was in Atlanta, I realized some gaps there, that the people who were working in the campaign that was hired before the VP was in place, they were disconnected from the communities. If African Americans, we're a reliable voting bloc, but we have to be persuaded. We have to be mobilized. And the model they use is mobilization only and not persuasion. The median age of our community is 32 years old. Think about that. A significant number of individuals, they didn't grow up looking at broadcast news. Right. They didn't grow up looking at cable news. They grew up looking at social media platforms that's unregulated, full of mis and disinformation. And so we have to communicate with them differently.
Nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah, no question there. So let's talk big picture. Where does the party go from here? I mean, certainly, Donald Trump tried to court black voters this time around, didn't actually end up having much success. He had major inroads, though, with the Latino population. But what so many voters on the trail, though, and Rev, you've attested to this, is there are so many members of the black community who just feel like their vote has been taken for granted. That just they show up every, the candidate shows up every 4 years. So how can that fundamental dynamic change? How can they feel more included, more part of the process?
One, the black vote should not be taken for granted. We need to have a conversation with the black community, and it's a persuasion conversation. Two, the consultant class gotta be pushed back because they're controlling multi-billion-dollar campaigns with no real accountability and a lot of self-dealings. And so what you find is no infrastructure between elections, individuals being grossly enriched, and the candidates can be perfect. And what happens is, regardless of the candidate, the infrastructure is still in place, and that goes back 15, 20 years, and it's frustrating to say the least.
I can imagine. President and CEO of the NAACP, Derek Johnson, thank you. I'm so sorry.
Okay, guys, that's the end of that there. I know, guys, I've seen you guys in the chat that I'm playing commentary from MSNBC. There was a reason for that, because the fear-mongering is on full attack for minorities on their channel, right? When I played the Joy Reid video, you have, quote unquote, a black woman who is doing all the mongering, saying that this woman, Kamala Harris, a black woman, she did everything right in her campaign, and then Donald Trump and men and fascism and misogyny and woo, 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 woo. So she's gathering her people that watch her for the women so that they can scare them for the next 4 years, and they're going to keep this rhetoric. The same thing with this video now that I wanted to play. Did these text messages go out? Hell yeah, we in America. I keep pointing out, we live in a white supremacy society here. They are the power pool. We cannot deny that, and we know that's a fact. Matter of fact, white supremacy rules the world, not just the United States here. We know we've been fighting that since we've been here, since our parents been here, since years and years and years, decades, centuries. If we understand that, we understand that. But look at the play. It looks like a strategic plan of an action to carry more mental anguish on the supporters so they can feel a certain type of way about the new administration coming in. Will there be racist issues that's going to occur? Yes. We live in a country that was built off racism and the backs of our people in slavery. We're not denying that, but you're trying to fearmonger people into thinking that all black people is going to be impacted and is going to be subjugated to racial epithets and is going to go through the worst of the worst because Donald Trump's in office, right? We heard the exact same playbook in 2017. They're just repeating the playbook, but they know they really messed up this time here right now. So they're really going on full scale attack here to figure this ish out. And we're not falling for it. I ain't falling for it. Yeah, you know what though? I'm gonna come across people in my entire life since I can remember my first racist attack, and that happened with me and my father against the hands of a white police officer. I will never forget that situation. Not gonna explain it. I can talk about it another time here. But me experiencing my very first issues with a white police officer with my black daddy, and then here I am now 44 years old with my own family here. I know that I am not immune from white people being racist. I know that I am not immune from the powers at play of white supremacy. I know I'm not immune from other folks who hate me because the way I look here. But I find it very ironic the way I start off this live stream that everybody who I know, this is not the whole party, but anybody who I've been associated with for the last 10 to 15 years who've been GOP Republicans have never been this rude or ignorant or wishing ill upon me. As soon as we saw this election with the Democrats and them crashing out and burning and wishing death upon us and hoping the worst come, we lose our jobs and things of that nature, we're seeing the racist and negative and nasty rhetoric from the left. And then all of a sudden here, you're going to say that blacks are now being targeted with racist text messages about being chose to pick cotton. If anything, I'm seeing this as the Democrats pulling this move as a Trojan horse to go ahead and scare more black people and thinking that to get them prepared and ready for the 2026 midterms and then the 2028 major election. I'm not stupid, Democrats. I know racism exists here and lives here. What I'm not going to do is listen to people saying that we're going to see a rise in racial attacks when the attacks has come from the party who lost. I'm not saying that the Republicans are not going to do their jankiness, but the left has been the one attacking. And if they're not attacking, they've been hiding because they are so mad and sad of how the results are. So either they're high because they can't show their face because they're trying to recuperate from what happened this week, or they're the ones attacking us. So when I hear this, I know I'm not immune from the bad things in this world being a black man. But you want to know something? I'm going to look at the one side that's been carrying out all the attacks, because us as black people, we have been brainwashed to believe there is only one set of racist white people in the Republican Party and all the Democrats are our friends. But we need to remember something here in America, people. White people, they are racist in America. Not all, y'all. I got a lot of white friends. But don't tell me a white person's not racist because he wears a Democrat sign. A white person's going to be racist whether he's Democrat or Republican. And we have to remember that the KKK was birthed under the Democratic Party. You're going to tell me after all these years and decades that all of a sudden that all the racists and their family members just completely eradicated? Now, I know some jump ship to Republicans, but you got to remember, this is white people in America. They're going to be racist. They're going to be racist. Whether they're independent, whether they're Republican, or whether they're Democrat. I'm smart enough to know I am not going to overlook just because someone smiles in my face that they're not racist. And that is what black people need to wake up from. Just because someone's Democrat, y'all need to throw that ideology and notion out there that they can't hate us, because their policies has proven they don't like us. And since they don't like us, I'm not putting past anything they say or they do. Let me get to these supers, guys. Let me get to these supers. Shout out to Grits and Bacon back in the building again with the $2 holla, pushing the blue plate saying, Democrats, tech Democrats, that's BS. LOL, stop it. This is blowing my mind, man. This is blowing my mind, Grits and Bacon. Man, you've been supporting heavy in the chat today, man. Hey, brother Grits. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Right back at you with the super. Hey, man, I appreciate the blue. Hey, guys, keep the plates passing while we're still here, man. Show you support and love. We knocking on 2 hours, baby. We still here cooking, man. We came here live on a Friday. I know it's Friday evening. I know y'all just got paid, and y'all probably got plans for the weekend and everything. But thanks for rocking with me while y'all rocking with me, man. And right behind you, we got my man Derek in the building with the $4.99 $5 holla. Derek, I don't give a damn about that penny. We give you the upgrade like Kanye did to Beyonce, saying, Dave, what I meant by he's a businessman and rich people have no filter. Hold on, Derek. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Right back at you with the super. I can appreciate that, Derek. You're right. No, though, let me just put this out here for you, Derek. I understand what you're saying here. When I'm going through the chat, I can only read if you drop like one line or you type like a sentence, I'm going to take that and then from the flow of the conversation, going to say what I got to say here. So I appreciate you doing the clarification. You are right. He is a businessman. And of course, businessmen don't have filter because at the end of the day, they don't care about feelings. If it does good business, it's all about dollars and cents. So, brother, I agree with you on that. I was just making the point that, he may not be the prototypical politician. Once you win a campaign, you're a politician. But I understand what you say by, well, technically, Dave, at the heart, he's business first. So we can agree on that, brother. I got you. It's all good, man. I appreciate the holla, man. Thank you. Right behind you, man, we got my man Blockbuster in the building. There's only one more Blockbuster left in the world, baby. I think it's in Oregon. All right, we got Blockbuster dropping the $5 holla, putting the green in the chat. What you got for me, Blockbuster? Says Kamala gets to keep the remainder campaign money. American people like being robbed. Let me give you some information, Blockbuster. Let me ask him on that for you. Hey, Blockbuster. First things first, brother. Salute. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. And right back at you with the super. Well, a block. I think there might be no more money left. See, I'm going to do some more homework on this weekend to find out, because I was following Melanie King. Shout out to Melanie King. You know, she took a break, and then now she's been back, and she's been hitting the political front here, right? And she made a video. Yeah, no doubt, Derek. One love to you, brother. Man, we peoples. We peoples. You know how we get down here, man. One of the things that Melanie King did, she made a video that, you know, the Harris campaign brought in, what, $1 billion. And it's being reported that they are now $20 million in debt. So if this is true, Blockbuster, there is no money to keep for her campaign slush fund here to help out other candidates or whatever she wants to run for any office, because if this is true, she's not in the black. They're in the red. So I'm going to do some more homework and research to find out if this is actually true or not, that if the Harris campaign within 100 to 110 days blew $1 billion and is now $20 million in debt. I'm not guaranteed on that. I don't know for a fact, but Melanie King dropped a video on it. Go ahead and show support to Melanie King on her channel to check that out there. I'm going to check into that too as well, because if there's any truth to it, I'm going to react to it to a video or pull back up on a live stream so me and you can talk about it, brother, because there is no way that you're going to pull in $1 billion to be $20 million in debt now over a short campaign that she didn't run for the entire cycle, normally after the primaries. So there's a lot of explaining to do, brother. There's a lot of explaining to do. He said, Pooh Man said, they spend it all on celebrity endorsements. Endorsements. Yeah. Zick says, hey, what's going on, Zick? Good to see you, brother. He says, that's the 20 millions that got lost in their pockets. He said they got lost in the pockets here. All right, hold on. Let me do some other things here before I get to the other supers here. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to acknowledge everybody before we get on to the next subject matter. You know, hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this here. I'm still getting comments. People are responding to my other videos as we speak here. It's wild. So thank you, Blockbuster. I haven't seen you before. I don't know if you're under a new name, if you're someone who I know, but if you are new here, I appreciate you. And everybody from AIC, show some love to Blockbuster. Dropping love, man. Showing support, because if you drop in the super, that means you rock with me. And if you rock with me, I rock with you. Let's go. Now, shout out to my man, Grits and Bacon is back in the building. He's back also with another $5 holla, pushing the green plate here, man. What you got for me, Grits? Said the Democrats are trying to scare us into voting them back in. LOL, look at what they've done these past 12 of the 16 years. Man, you ain't telling no lies, Grits. You ain't telling no lies, Grits. Hey, brother. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Right back at you with that super. That's one thing that we're forgetting here. The president has the power, even if he does not have full Congress support, depending on the circumstances, can write executive orders to get things done right away that he can't pass through the House, that goes to the Senate and then bring to his desk to sign the bill into place here. Presidents have the ability to write executive orders if they need something done quick, fast, in a hurry here. And we have Barack Obama for 2 terms, and then Trump for 4, and you had Biden here. 12 of the last 16 years have been under Democratic rule. And if you're going to try to tell me, well, you know what, Dave? You know you need the House. You know you need the Senate. You need this and that. You can't do nothing. Well, you want to know something? Barack Obama's first 2 years, just like Trump coming in here, he had the House, the Senate, and was the president. And of course, Biden being his vice president here, if there was any kind of tiebreaker situations here. And what happened in those 2 years? When the Democrats had control. Only thing I remember during that time period was infighting. Everybody thought, oh, the Democrats got it. We're going to get stuff signed. And we saw Democrats fighting with other Democrats on getting approval. Things was going to be a clean sweep and pushing shit in. They were not even cohesively on the same page when they had the whole show those first 2 years here. So you could literally have Barack Obama write more executive orders if he wanted to. But the point I'm saying here to go along with you, Grits and Bacon, is they've been in charge here, and they've done a lot. Don't let people believe that just the fact that the House and Senate was not in play here, that Barack or Biden couldn't do anything here. They do things when they want to do things, depending on what's going on behind the scenes. Appreciate you, Grits and Bacon. Thank you for that holla. Man, you back again, Grits? He came back again with another $2 holla. Put in the blue plate, man. He's saying every day is payday. Oh, Grits is getting his money. Grits is getting his money. He's spending it on me. I feel like a hoe over here. Hey, Chris, man. Hey, salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Right back at you with another super. I'm a 304 today, man. Keep throwing this money on me, man. We getting live. Next you know, you're going to try to tell me, Dave, you want some more supers? You're going to do a little something strange for our piece of change. Hey, man, Grits, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. What's up, Project Leroy in the building? I think I said hey to you. What's going on, brother? Thanks for stopping on in, saying, wouldn't surprise me one bit. They wasted that money on ads and shills demanding us to vote for Democrat. Hey, man, all I know is just that a gang of money mismanagement. God freaking damn, man. It's wild. Hey guys, I'm gonna do a couple more videos here before I get out of here, right? This one really warms my heart. What's going on, Larry? Evening to you too, man. Good to see you, Larry. What's going on, Team Peterson? Let me get, before I say this here, let me say, Team Peterson, I watched firsthand, working for the government, how these senators and representatives treat each other. TND is right. They are buddy-buddy as soon as the mics and cameras go off. Hey, Team Peterson, I'm not a politician, but I work on Wall Street, right? So when you're on Wall Street, you see everybody when I'm in town, you know? And at the end of the day, they go out to the bars or the lounges or the rooftops or whatever their hanging spots are. And when they're all done with their infighting to appease their core audience, their constituents, when it's all said and done, man, they knocking back some brews, saying, and then on top of that too, some of these guys are also strategizing the way they're gonna go against each other. They be like, I ain't gonna give you my whole playbook. Let's make it work for both of us here. I'm gonna come this way, you come this way here. You bring your best point, I bring my best point. Best man win. And they were like, all right, Tom, I'll see you on Congress Hill. See you on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? And after it's said and done, they were like, hey, yo, Tom, you got me on that debate. He's like, yeah, that was a good one, man. You like that one? Yeah. Hey, I'm going to borrow that one, but I won't use it on you. I'm going to use it on Mike next time. Oh, yeah. Mike over there in Virginia, he ain't got nothing for that one here. They'll go back and forth, guys. Yeah, no doubt. So let me do this here. I want to play a video of Trump right now. Trump dropped this, I believe, yesterday. I want to play a video of Trump, guys. And this is the video that got Joy Reid, MSNBC, Charlemagne Gods of the world, the D.L. Hugleys, the Ricky Smileys, the Angela Rye's, all those shills. This is what they're scared of. This quick video that Trump dropped, and people thought it was AI, right? But then it was like, yo, I found out this is actually on his website. This is what Trump said. This is what Trump said he wants to do on day one. So let's get to the video so you guys can see what our future president said was next on the horizon. Shout out to Trump here. He in the building.
The left-wing gender insanity being pushed on our children is an act of child abuse. Very simple. Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care. Ridiculous. I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. Under my leadership, this madness will end. Thank you very much.
Wow. Hold on, guys. Hold up. We might have to play that again. We might have to play that again. I am all for that. As a father, and when I say I'm a father here, not only do I have a child of my own, I am also responsible for my nieces and my nephew who are still minors. And our tax dollars should not be going to gender reassignment surgery or any pills or any processes that go to kids who are under the age who is still going through puberty. I think that is nasty work that when we are going through our young development stages, puberty, when the child, whether you're a boy or girl, the body's going through so many changes because who you are during that time will reflect and your body's going to change to make you the man or woman that you're supposed to be. And what our current administration is doing is giving the ability to kids to be gender reassignment. In California, they have laws in place where that if a child can go through gender reassignment process and go through the hormone pills, the hormone beta blockers to start the process, and the schools don't even have to tell the parents. The California schools can keep parents in the dark regarding kids who are questioning their identity. Now, in California, they're basically trying to become daddy government. They're basically saying that we're the parents, and if the parents don't agree with it, we're going to allow the kid to do what they want to do here. And so by Trump saying these things here, I am all for it. Matter of fact, guys, let's play that one more again so we can let that sink in.
The left-wing gender insanity being pushed on our children is an act of child abuse. Very simple. Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care.
Wait, before we continue on, I want to know what adult think it's okay that a kid going through puberty and you want to block that process so that they can be a girl to a boy or a boy to a girl. You know, when they're doing this, they're not realizing that kids are going through so many changes because they're a kid transitioning to be a teenager, and a teenager is going to transition to a young adult. Hell, the people that they're trying to give these pills to, the transition, believed in Santa Claus 2 years ago. You're going to tell me that a kid that believes in Santa Claus and you want to allow them to change their gender? And one of the conversations that we're not talking about here is the fact that how many people have gone through gender reassignment surgery. And then after so many years and after therapy, something that happens that they don't want to talk about is they find out they're not transgender. Maybe they are just gay. And so then when they come to that conclusion when they're older in life, they can't reverse the process because these men who turn women have already cut their off. So since that happened, you can't go backwards. So why don't we wait until these kids become legal adults? Then if they feel they're in the wrong body, they can go through this process, but not as kids when these kids literally believe in Santa Claus a few years ago. You're going to tell me that a kid who believes in Santa Claus thinks he should know he's a boy or a girl? Let's continue.
Ridiculous. I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age. I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures and pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states. It'll go very quickly. Furthermore, I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. I will ask Congress to pass a bill establishing that the only genders recognized by the United States government are male and female, and they are assigned at birth. Under my leadership, this madness will end. Thank you very much.
Shout out to Trump on that one here. When people come in my comment section today saying, what is Trump going to do for you? I'm here for that. It starts off in California, and then the bleeding can go to all states here. It is nasty work that we could pay tax dollar funds for somebody who wants to go through reassignment. Why do the Democrats, the Biden administration, and Kamala Harris, if she would have got elected, think that it's okay for us to pay for that? We're not stopping black women from getting BBLs. Talk to any professional doctor. BBLs is one of the most scariest and one of the most dangerous surgeries that you can perform on a person. This is something that an elective surgery that has nasty results that kills women, right? How come that when women want something like this, we're allowing them to pay for it at their own dime? Let them die if they want to. Pay out your own dime to go get a BBL, but they want tax dollar funds to go through reassignment surgery? Hold on here. I got no problem with the alphabet community and how you want to live as long as you don't pose that on me. I don't have no problem with the alphabet community as long as you're trying to impose what you're trying to move onto me, because the way I move is a whole lot differently here. You live yours and I live mine's here, but it's not my responsibility. It is not the people in this chat's responsibility. It is not my subscribers' responsibility. It's not people in Illinois, California, Texas, Vermont, wherever state it is, that taxpayer funds need to go to you being the person who you are. If women can go ahead and die to get a BBL, then you can do the same thing to make yourself the person who you are. If it's an elective surgery, taxpayer dollars should not be involved. If you want to do something to change your look, to change the way you feel, or whatever cosmetic change that needs to happen to make you a better person in society that you think that's actually going to happen, I shouldn't have to pay for it. You should. Unfortunately, if you're going through traumas and tribulations, I feel for you. But I got my own family, my own problems, and my own tribulations here, and tax dollars need to be contributed to where it matter most, not to no gender reassignment surgery, and especially not for men in prison. Kamala Harris even said this. You can say it was on a Trump ad, but it was her sit-down meeting where saying that she wanted to use tax dollar money for men in prison to gender reassign. First of all, you broke the goddamn law. If you broke the law, you don't get those privileges here. I understand that people in prison, we have a lot of cases where that people going for the wrong reasons, but whether you're in jail or not does not mean that you get the same civil liberties and then taxpayer funds that people here who are following the rules and doing what's right in this country here. So I am all here that when he is in office, in the first week when he puts his hand on the Bible and Donald J. Trump accepts being the 47th president of the United States and do a clean sweep of removing these provisions. Because once you become a parent and you got to deal with little kids here, I don't know about you guys who don't have kids, have your own kids, and you will feel a whole differently here about this. My God. Shout out to you, Larry. Talk about Dwayne Wade. Are you listening? Exactly. That is nasty work for Dwayne Wade to allow his daughter, well, his son initially at the time, who was 13, 14-year-old time, to go and transition. The way I feel is if they are underage, of course, then you talk to them and you understand the psyche because maybe going through some things here, but this is the way it's supposed to be. Son or daughter, you're going through puberty. Your body's going through so many changes. Hell, you even hear your throat, you hear your voice change. If you're a woman, as a young girl, you start growing breasts and start growing hips. If you're a boy, you start getting pimples, and then you start seeing more hormone being processed in your body. But here's the thing. It's a crazy time. It's a tough time. But once you become 18 years old and then you become a legal adult, and if you still feel this way, then we can work with doctors to go through the process. But until somebody finishes puberty, where all the internal workings of your body is working to transition from a kid to an adult, let the body do what the body's supposed to do under Mother Nature. And then later on, if you feel the need, then you can go ahead and follow the process, but do not expect taxpayer money for your items. That's right, Larry. Not my tax dollars for BBLs. So if there's no tax dollars for BBLs, then I don't want to see no tax dollars for cutting off. Lord have mercy, man. Lord have mercy, man. And Show Enough says, but they say they don't want to have any money for reparations. Thank you, Show Enough. That's why I keep talking about being pro. I'm an FBA for my brothers and sisters here. The money is there for reparations. They want to ignore us. They want to give tax dollar money to transgenders. Why don't you give tax dollars to FBA for reparations? Because we're owed it. It's not because we're begging for it. It's a debt owed. I want to throw some things out there before I go to the next video here saying that, oh, we don't need reparations. Oh, y'all begging for money. Well, since my parents has been alive and along with my grandparents, I'm going to go to the 1940s. My grandparents, my parents, and now me have paid taxes in this country to pay for reparations for the Japanese. We have paid reparations damn it, I just drew a blank here. The Japanese received during World War II. I apologize. The Native Americans currently right now receive reparations past and present. Okay, other groups have received reparations that our tax dollars is coming out of here. So let me get this straight. Other groups can get reparations. When we ask for it, we're begging. When it is our ancestors, our lineage that built this country for free. Let me throw something out there for reparations to show how much they really threw us under the bus. After slavery was ascended and we're thinking that we're going to have this mass exodus of people who were slaves become free men. Did you know that, of course, slave owners received reparations too? Hold on. Slave owners received reparations because the American government knew that they were going to lose their business because of the slaves, hence their business was not going to be available, and gave slave owners checks. So you're not trying to tell me the slave owners can get checks even though they were getting free labor off us, but the freeman doesn't get anything? Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute, right? We deserve our reparations. Why? Because the government pays reparations to every other group. I would agree with some of y'all ninjas if no other group received reparations, and by the time that we get to this point in game in 2024 going 2025, I could listen to you. But if we are currently paying reparation dollars right now, if you are American who is getting a payroll check there and you're getting federal tax and state tax taken out of your check there, you are paying for reparations right now. There's a portion out of your federal taxes that is going to some sort of reparations group. But FBA Black Americans. Now, you may say, David, that's going to bankrupt the economy here. We can't give all these ninjas money. You saw the Dave Chappelle skit. Ha, 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 ha. Hide your money, y'all, with y'all broke asses. Well, let me tell you something here. To explain to everybody here, just because a person is black does not mean they get reparations. And that is why you see the back talk of other black folks who are not FBA are against it because they are not in line for the money. Hey, all you FBA niggas, how come you want money and we can't get the money? We were slaves too. No. Slavery for what our ancestors, our lineage went through this country here, right? And how do we eliminate that? From people trying to get some free money to the people who is owed the money because they're ancestors. Plain and simple, because I broke it down earlier in my live stream here. You have to have direct lineage of free men. And when I say direct lineage of free men into slavery, which means from the National Registry, your family had to been in slavery and come out of slavery. How does that work for me here? I explained that in my situation here. I was born here, so I'm an American. My mom and my dad was born in Kentucky, in Mississippi, in Kentucky, Mississippi in 1943 and 1945. Now, I'm not gonna go on both sides of my family, but let's just silo to my mom's side of the family now. Just talk about Mississippi. My grandparents on my mom's side of the family was born in 1914 and 1918. So my great grandparents, who are the parents of my grandparents, was the first of my mom's side of the family to be born as freemen and not slaves. Unfortunately, I don't have the exact year when they're born right now, but I have the information in my mom's house. So I need to go ahead and do a live stream, and I'll do a lineage one day to go through the background of my family in Mississippi. But my great grandparents, born in the late 1800s, was the first out of that side of the family, was born as free men, and of course free women with my grandmother. But then my great grandparents was born into slavery and then became free men. So in my situation here, a direct lineage where I can show you my great grandmother, my great great grandmother, my great, and then my grandparents and my parents, then me. 4 generations prove that my family on my mother's side of the family comes from descendants of free men from slaves. And I haven't gone through the other side of my dad's side of the family. So if I broke that down, you would see both sides is direct lineage base. So when we break that down for every single person in this country here who has direct lineage base, then they qualify for reparations. If you don't have direct lineage base, you don't get a check. And if that's the case here, then we will see so many people saying, oh, you thinking like 100 million is gonna get some money? Nah, that number's gonna go down to only FBA and freedmen who qualify for reparations. I say all to say, the government has the money when they want to cut the check, but it's all this fear-mongering tactics that they don't want us to have, because they, like the fear-mongering we're seeing about Trump winning, they're fearing that we're going to bankrupt the country. But the illegal and migrant situation proved that, especially here in Chicago, by making the debt go up $600 million this year alone, and then Brandon Adams is going to say we're going to raise property taxes by $300 million when so many people in this town, in this city can't afford that kind of tax increase. So when the politicians want to raise taxes, they can do it for whatever they want to. So if you can make us pay tax dollars for current people getting reparations, then there is no reason that any person here should say we don't deserve what we get. We're not begging, it's a debt owed. And when we talk about a debt owed, let me give you an example here. If you go work for your job, and then how you get a job and there's like maybe like you get hired, you get paid every 2 weeks, but then there's that 1 week you came in there, so your check is always 1 week behind. And let's just say that, you're always 1 week behind, you get paid every 2 weeks. And let's say you quit that job and you go to another job, right? And they never pay you for that one back week. Are you begging for that back week that you paid for? Or is that a debt owed for the work you put in? That is the same thing with slavery and reparations. Our ancestors put the debt and work and put the work in and worked their asses off into slavery and dealing with the conditions that went on. And then when it comes time to receive ours, people want to act like we don't want to get anything. If you deserve your 1 week check when you know you're off by 1 week when you leave that job, then it's a work and a debt owed, then that debt should be paid to us no matter how long it goes. And the longer it goes, that means that more interest bearing occurs. It is in your best interest to pay us now than pay us later. The longer you wait, the more it goes up. Let me get back into the chat here. I know I've been cooking for a minute. Tirano says 40 acres and a mule. We still ain't got it. Thank you, Leroy. That's what I was saying. Yes, Native Americans they're still getting reparations. They're still getting government money as we speak right now. Right, Larry? Not my tax dollars for BBLs. Right, and that's what I'm saying here. Yes, slave owners did get reparations. So I find it ironic that people want to fight against FBA's getting reparations when the people who enslaved us got a check. And then let me add some context to it as well. The slave owners got a check for reparations. Then there was this system in place called peonage. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the tactics that occurred during peonage in the early 1900s. If you ever heard about peonage, because I talked about it before, or if you heard about it, press a 1. If you never heard about peonage, press a 2. Basically what peonage is during a time in America when we had freedmen come out of slavery. And then slave owners received reparations. But then they realized that they were not going to maintain their current status because all the slaves were leaving. So you know what slave owners did? since black people could not read, could not write, or understand basic concepts because we were kept ignorant, because we were slaves, they added all kinds of debts and all kinds of items that said that these slaves or freedmen need to pay these back before they can officially leave the plantation and become freemen, even though they had been working for free all those decades, but somehow they had a debt. They put debt like, well, we gave you clothes, we gave you shelter, we gave you food, so you owe a debt now. So you literally had people come out of slavery. And then, even though they were technically free men, they were paying off a debt that was not real. So you saw more black brothers and sisters who were stuck on those same plantations, paying their slave owners back a debt they didn't owe that went on for decades and decades and additional decades, until you saw some instances of peonage still happening where we saw black men enslaved in Louisiana in the 1960s. This is not a lie, and look it up here. You will see men in the 1960s who thought that slavery still existed because of the state of peonage that kept our people in the dark. Some history lesson for you guys here when we talk about reparations here. So even after we became free, we were still freaking slaves in a lot of parts of the South of America, in America here. Google that. And if you're interested on that, guys, there's a PBS documentary with Ken Burns that talks about peonage. It's a great watch there for you to learn more about the early 1900s and how freemen came out and became slaves once again because of the white slave masters after they got reparations. Put us in slavery double time. Let me see what y'all saying here. He says, we will never get it because we're people of out of country. Japanese got it and make it up. It all depends, Mark, though, because this election alone showcased that the grassroots movement had a huge impact on us blacks not voting. Either we sat on the couch or we voted Republican. And this is the first election that black people, FBA, showcased our power in elections, because the Democrats know they cannot win without us. You only need one of your parents' lineage to be born in slavery. My great-grandparents were freedmen. Yes, Leroy, I agree with that. I was giving the breakdown how on my mom's side of the family alone, but then I can give the same breakdown on my dad's side of the family. So I work on both sides. There is no hit or miss with me, but I feel you. You got to have a direct lineage on one side, and it can't be cut off. It's got to be a direct lineage. Dave, your father's from Kentucky, so is mine. Yeah, my dad was born in Benton, Kentucky, Derek. I don't know if you know where Benton, Kentucky is at, but also a black FBA brother from Benton, Kentucky is one of my dad's oldest friend and NBA lifer, Bernard Bickerstaff, who his current son, Bernie Bickerstaff Jr. is a coach. I can't remember if he's a coach for the Cleveland Cavaliers now or another team right now. I can't remember what team he's with right now because I'm drawing a brain fart. But if you know anything, Google Bernie Bickerstaff. Me and him have been, my dad was best friends with him to the day that he died. But he came from Benton, Kentucky, and Bernie Bickerstaff is an underrated brother who does not get his just due as being a black man in administration. We're talking about a scout, an assistant coach, as a head coach, and a GM in the NBA that dates back almost 50 years, and no one talks about his plight and the things that he's done to be a person in the NBA here. He has broke a lot of ground. He has broke a lot of walls here, and that's who my dad grew up with. I got pictures with them in the young Negro Little Leagues with my dad and Bernie Bickerstaff, and I got to meet him for the first time when he became assistant coach for the Bulls here. So yes, Derek, my dad, born and raised in Benton, Kentucky. Then he migrated to the west side of Chicago where he met my mother. My mother was born in Hazelhurst, Mississippi, and then she migrated to the west side of Chicago where both of them met. Shout out to Kentucky, Derek. Let me see here. I'm scrolling down here. We are the only lineage who has our voting rights voted on every 25 years. I hear you, Leroy. Yeah, let me scroll down here. Just getting caught up. T-Lion said, District of Columbia compensated Emancipated Act equals slave owners reparations. Hey, thank you, T-Orlando. Hey, guys, screenshot that and Google that if you're wondering here. This is what I was just talking about, and a lot of y'all know that, but yo, why don't y'all Google that and have that in y'all back pocket when we talk about reparations? Slave owners got their check, which means that you saw white people build generational worth for the next 200 years, and you see them doing good there, right? Whoever those slave owners are. Imagine what would have happened if we received our reparations. Man, Thank you, Mark. He's with the Pistons now. Yeah, he's still in the East. He's still in the Eastern Conference. He was with Cleveland. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Bernie Bickerstaff Jr. is the son of Bernie Bickerstaff. That man should be getting a lot more love as far as what his work is in the NBA. And that's family for me, man. That's family for me. That's our peoples. Said, oh, for real? Okay, how's Kentucky? Shout out to you, Derek. Yeah. Team Peterson says Kentucky has gas power crosses, so they don't have to relight them every weekend. Okay, I didn't know that. Okay. Yeah. So here's what I want to do here, guys. Let me see. Where's this here? Where you did that there? Where's it at? I'm about to go in a second here, but I got a few more items I want to do before I go. Hey, guys, this is a short video. Can I show you? You might have seen this one before. I'm going to put this on repeat like maybe like 1, 2, or 3 times here because it's a very short clip. Let me showcase a video of a woman crashing out. And I want to show this to you so that you guys can go on Twitter and then you can see more of this here. So let me pull this up on the screen here, guys, of this woman who's losing her goddamn mind here, guys. We got a black woman who's upset about how the election went. So check this out, guys. Here we go.
Drunk today, and I'm gonna act like an angry black fucking woman because I'm fucking angry! I'm mad! I'm upset! I'm angry as fuck, bro. I'm angry. I'm hurt. My feelings are fucking hurt. We always finish last. We always come fucking last to everybody, even our own fucking men. And you niggas mamas be black. This shit is crazy. Y'all got black ass daughters. I'm angry as fuck. I'm gonna get drunk and cause a problem. I'm going to get drunk today, and I'm gonna act like an angry black fucking woman because I'm fucking angry. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm angry as fuck, bro. I'm angry. I'm hurt. My feelings are fucking hurt. We always finish last. We always come fucking last to everybody, even our own fucking men. And you niggas mamas be black. This shit is crazy. Y'all got black ass daughters. I'm angry as fuck. I'm gonna get drunk.
Videos like this, guys, is all up and down Twitter right now. This is not a one-off. This is all up and down Twitter. I wanted to play this for you to show an example. They are wilding out. And I'm trying to find out why. Y'all ain't lost not one civil liberty. Y'all still can vote. Y'all still can hate on men. Y'all still can, right now, can still get y'all deletions for unwanted stuff because y'all be raw dogging. You know, y'all still can do what the hell y'all want to do. And y'all still, you think you lost. Like I said, T. Orlando said, maybe if B-dubs were more feminine and rebuke baby mama 304 culture, black women would be more supportive. Facts. Hey, let me play that one more again before I get to the next video. I got one more clip I want to show before I get out of here. Let me play that again so y'all can let that sink in. And I want y'all to go to Twitter because this is just one video. My timeline was just littered. And my only reason mad that I didn't get more because I was so busy with all the stuff I got going on. But let me just play that one more again, guys.
And cause a problem. I'm going to get drunk today, and I'm gonna act like an angry black fucking woman because I'm fucking angry. I'm mad. I'm upset. I'm angry as fuck, bro. I'm angry. I'm hurt. My feelings are fucking hurt. We always finish last. We always come fucking last to everybody, even our own fucking men. And you niggas mamas be black. This shit is crazy. Y'all got black ass daughters. I'm angry as fuck. I'm gonna get drunk and cause a problem.
Okay, guys. She gonna cause a problem. That's how they feel. That's one video on Twitter, but that is a whole sentiment on the timelines right now. I want to play one. This is gonna be my last. Let me see. Hold on. Is this the last video I got here? No, I got 2 more videos. I got 2 more videos. They're very, very short. Right? They're very, very short. This next video I want to do comes from Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate has something to say. Yo, it's been a while since we heard from Andrew Tate, right? Yo, 2 years ago when Kevin Samuels died, he was moving up until he caught them cases, right? Check us out. I want to play this quick 2-minute video of Andrew Tate because we had so many Americans who claimed that they were going to leave this country if Trump won. And Andrew Tate is saying, okay, if you're going to leave, let's see your ass leave the country now because we don't want you here anyway, right? Because I thought America was the greatest democracy here. And name another country that's better. We have our problems here, but you think it's going to be better in another country, especially for your white people here? So I want to go to Andrew Tate here, and I want y'all to hear the list of names that he's going to go over here right now, okay?
Long list here of all the people who said they were going to leave America if Trump wins. Where's the list? Let's read out all these names. There we go. Alec Baldwin, fuck off. These are the list of people who said they're going to leave the country if Trump wins. And of course, they were all lying. They're going to stay exactly where they are because they're fucking retards. Ready?
Hold on. Before he gets into it, he's right. All these folks here saying they're going to leave, right? We're doing this live stream. Remember, Trump, Tuesday night. Election was Tuesday night. This is Friday. We're early in November right now. So by New Year's, all these cats have better left the country. Otherwise, y'all need to shut up for the rest of y'all lives, all right? So let's go over this list from Andrew Tate.
Baldwin, fuck off. Whoopi Goldberg, fuck off. John Legend, fuck off. Chrissy Teigen, his stupid whore wife, who's a terrible person, you can fuck off too. Rob Reiner, fuck off. Barbara Streisand hasn't had a song since 1931. You can fuck off. Cher, don't know how you're still alive, fuck off. Nancy Pelosi, insider trader, fuck off. Hillary Clinton, the most evil woman in history, fuck off. Megan Rapinoe, fuck off. Tom Hanks, fuck off. The only thing you ever did good, Tom, was play a retard. No coincidence. Amy Schumer, fuck off. AOC, fuck off. Lady Gaga, fuck off. Taylor Swift, Bill Gates, Jane Fonda, Madonna can all fuck off. Mark Ruffalo, I don't know why they chose you to be the Incredible Hulk because you're clearly a little pussy. Fuck off. Kim Kardashian, fuck off. Bruce Springsteen can fuck off. George Clooney can fuck off. Hunter Biden, he doesn't even know what fucking day of the week it is. But he can fuck off anyway. Oprah can fuck off. Robert De Niro can fuck off. Samuel L. Jackson, I used to think you were cool, but I'm afraid you now have to fuck off. Miley Cyrus, Travis Kelce, Bobby Altoff, Rashida Tlaib, Stormy Daniels, Anthony Fauci. We don't want you here, Fauci. You're a fucking liar. All of you can fuck off. George Soros can fuck off. Diddy, oh, you didn't want Trump to win. I bet you were his fan now. You might have got pardoned. You're not going anywhere, sir. Enjoy jail. Eminem, Ellen, Sean Penn, Sharon Stone, Ashley Judd, Tommy Lee, Bryan Cranston. Imagine going from Walter White to a little liberal fucking dickhead. Fuck off. Billy Joe Armstrong can fuck off. Rob Reiner, fuck off. And Bono's going to drive his car off a cliff. You know what? If you were to tell me to make a list of the people that I would kick out of my country once I became in charge, it would look pretty similar to that.
Hey. With all those F-bombs, I can't play it a second time. I already know this video got demonetized now. Hold on. Let me double check if I got demonetized after that one. Hold on. Okay, not yet. They probably gonna get me in a second. Okay. I agree with that. If you really feel that way, then leave the country and don't come back then. All right? You feel that way. You saw what happened the 4 years he was in. If you really think that was that bad, go somewhere else here. Because you know, though we've had other worse presidents that really did worse jobs and y'all stayed here. You know what I'm saying? He says, when AOC wears those glasses, I love it. T. Orlando, hey, man, you over here simping for, this ain't the first time you've been simping over AOC. Was it the last live stream you talk about AOC? Hey, you kind of simping over there for her, dog. Yeah, he says, I don't even like realism, but man, you simping over here, dog. Yeah, Team P, he woke up and chose violence today. Hey, guys, he chose violence. Hey, I got one more clip I want to play before I end off here, guys, right? You know how, like, the Joy Reads the World and MSNBC are talking about the Latinos now because the Latino vote was so heavy? right? The Latinos were hot and heavy that came, especially Latino men. And they want to talk down to Latinos and, Hispanics talking about, you over here voting for this one. Your family's going to get deported, right? Let me play this video, quick video of this guy who is worried about his family, his mother-in-law being deported, okay? Because they're talking, they want to talk to other groups. Like, you want this here and your family gonna be gone here. Here's how people feel about theirs getting deported here. Let me pull it up here. Let's go.
Trump won, and I am very, very afraid that he might deport my mother-in-law. She entered illegally to the country, and she lives in a street 4. Number 47, apartment D, New York.
Why did you give the address?
I am very, very concerned. That's right behind the green apartment. Yeah. I have nothing bad happened to her. The gate is always open. You don't have any dogs either. Street 4, number 47, apartment D. If you get deported, how my life would be. Why? Street 4, number 47, apartment D.
Hey, man, hey. For everybody out there talking about, your mama gonna get deported. Your mother-in-law, your aunts and uncles might get deported, Latinos. That's how they feel if they family gets deported. They ain't worried about it because they here. All right, I'm good. All right? That's how they feel. He's happy as ever. Check this out. We got a troll here. You sound like Cuba Gooding. Finger in the booty. Puppy style, is that you? That wasn't even funny. Because if that was funny, the chat would have acknowledged you and been like, good one. You got to come better than that. Oh, let me guess. You are a tether. You are saying this here because you fled from your homeland and you're worried about being deported. So, for tethers like you, I ain't worried about you. I'm good over here. You can try to say finger in the booty, whatever the case may be. Hey, nah, we ain't moving like that. You're worried because in 2 months, you're going to get your ass kicked out of the country. You about to get rounded up and you about to get taken out. And then when it happens, here's what all of us here is going to do. You see, words don't bother us over here. Actions do. And we know actions is gonna get your janky ass out of the goddamn country. So I hope you enjoy dropping this comment here because you know you ain't got much time left. So shout out to the tethers out there. Oh, you niggas, you think that you got too good because Trump is in office. Oh no, you got puffy style. Oh no, you got finger in your booty like Cuba Gooding Jr. Well, you know what though? You gonna get a whole bunch of fingers in your booties when they round you up into that big ass truck and send your ass back south to the goddamn border, okay? You go take yourself there. You better start hiding. How about, here's the thing. Your name is David Peaston, whatever your name is. I hope you start hiding, all right? And you wanna know something? If I know people who knows you, I hope they tell on you. They be like, he's over here. Ice. He's in apartment 22D, third floor, okay? So you gave it the chat, you dropped the comment, and all you did is make all of us laugh, and we all know that you about to get deported, all right? Congratulations. All right, and let's say that you're a troll and this is actually a female account, then we know just like that one female video that I just played here, you're gonna cry yourself to a drunken stupor and you're gonna turn to the lesbian tether class and you're still gonna get your ass deported of all this stuff here. At the end of the day, that's right, Thomas, we snitching on you. All right. I believe in snitching. You're like, okay, so you come up here and thought you killed. If anything, you just gave me a few extra minutes of content right now to laugh at your dumb, stupid ass with your illegal ass. I'm gonna make you a new sound drop. Remember Dave Chappelle, said, hide your money, y'all, there's broke people around with your broke ass. I'm gonna create a new sound drop. Be like, uh-oh, people, look out, y'all. There's illegals over here with your hiding ass. We snitching on you, David. So I hope you enjoyed your comment, because you know what, though? You got 2 months left. I hope you love being in the States for 2 more months, man. Congratulations. Congratulations, you made my show, but you feeling that anxiety. You go, after New Year's, I gotta figure something out. Yeah, you better figure that out. You better start hiding. You better start hiding, because they coming for you. And you want to know something? I don't give a damn. I'm snitching on all y'all mofos that don't need to be here. I'm good here, all right? I don't got to worry about my papers. You got to worry about your papers. Lord have mercy. Yeah, peace thing, man. So, I know you are, so yeah, exactly. We snitching. That's right, Chucky. Goodbye. We out of here, man. Yeah. And remember who voted for Trump and uneducated and just stupid. Exactly. You want to call us stupid and uneducated? Well, let these uneducated motherfuckers get your ass out. You smart as hell going back to where you came from. Yeah, Leroy said, shout out to Grits and Bacon with the $2 holla. Put in the blue in the chat saying his bussy hurts. That's right, man. Shout out to the bussy game. My man Grits in the building dropping another holla, man. Hey, Grits and Bacon. Hey, brother. Salud. Thank you for the holla. I appreciate you. Thank you. And right back at you with the super. Hey, before I forget, Grits, let me do this here. Let me change my banner up here. Nope. Well, sorry. I got to edit that there. This is for Grits and Bacon to end the show here, so everybody can see this on the replay, gang, as well as current Grits right now. Boom. I want everybody to say you sponsored the show today, Grits and Bacon. This is all because of you. I want to acknowledge you, man. You went ahead and dropped the most hollers. So you supported this live stream. You supported this chat, man. You were on it, baby. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you very much. All right. What's this say? Oh, that's a reply. All right, let's see here. Derek says, we ain't getting no snitches. Yeah, I'm snitching. Jurgen says, get the illegal dirt out of our countries. Facts, Jurgen. Get them gone. We the AIC. We snitch here since pinball. Facts. Yeah, don't F with this channel because we got the best detectives. That's right, Derek. We coming for you. Chucky says, I be snitching on them pork chops and the baby juices that Dave saw. Hey, I had pork chops yesterday. Hey, Chucky. Your boy had some smothered pork chops yesterday. Them shits were good as hell. I think I want some more smothered pork chops today. I ain't gonna front. I had me some smothered pork chops, and I had me some macaroni and cheese. Oh, you know I'm FBA. You know I'm FBA talking about some smothered pork chops with some grilled onions in them jits. Oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. I just made myself so hungry, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta go get some food. I gotta get out of here. I'm talking about smothered pork chops again right now, man. I gotta get me some food now, man. Oh man. Check this out, guys. We started early today. We're knocking on 3 hours, so we will have to cut this live stream here. Like I said, I'm gonna go to a funeral tonight. Like I said, rest in peace to Mrs. Creary. I mentioned her in the top of the live stream here. My condolences in my heart and my prayers go to my brother Loxley as he's going through the loss of a mother. As all of us know, if we ever lost a parent, that is the hardest thing to go through. And this is somebody who I've known for 40 years, right? They live next door to me. You know, they've been in my lives. We've been best friends. I just told one of my other best friends, and he just drove in from an hour away. Right. So he's actually in the town right now. So I'm actually going to go ahead and give him a call and to make sure that he's still around so I can go ahead and holler at him, so we can go ahead and link up because he literally came from straight out of work and I gave him the info. So, otherwise I would do a marathon live stream tonight, but I gave y'all close to 3 hours and everything here. I can't guarantee a live stream this weekend, but we'll see how it goes with the schedule and everything. I don't like competing with football, but we'll see how the weekend goes. Right. But check it out. You guys go to the channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. You got to double check because sometimes YouTube will unsubscribe you, okay? If you do me a favor, unsubscribe, then subscribe again and turn your bell notification because sometimes the notifications don't work. Like, subscribe as well. Shout out to everybody giving the supers. Y'all been supporting the channel. As you guys can see, we're dropping more shorts. I got more reaction videos. And of course, depending on my schedule and timing, be on the lookout for the live stream show because we back, baby. Have you noticed since we started November, I'm back to regular That Dude Named Dave. We back to TD&D. We cooking. You getting videos and you getting live streams. You getting all the content. So I'm dropping content every day here until I can't do it. All right. So I appreciate everybody that's here. Hold on. Let me double check one more thing before I get out of here. Let me check one more thing. Okay. Look like we're good over here. Okay. Chucky says, Trump playing The Sound of the Police by KRS-One. For real, Chucky? Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. Whoop, whoop. That's the sound of the police. I got to check that out. I gotta check that out, man. But anyways, guys, thank y'all for checking me out tonight. I really do appreciate it, you know. Shout out to everybody in the AIC and the tribe members. Shout out to the Ninja Watchers. And more importantly as well, too, shout out to the replay game that's gonna catch us on the playback, man. But I'm out of here. And on that note, I'm That Dude Named Dave. I'll catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out, people.